Good Lord.
We're live, I think.
Yes.
This is that whole dance. Do you see me? Am I live? For real? Do you see me?
See me now?
So, do you see me now? With a delay.
I don't know if anybody else sees
Jamie's saying hi, squad.
Hey, squad.
There's Randy, Jolene.
I
see Daniel and Jackie. Hey, Randy girl. Tanya. Tanya.
Why are we still waiting?
I don't know.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, well, let's go ahead and do the introductions. Well, here, first of all, welcome to Monday Night Fun on the Vintage Rescue Squad. Don't mind Sarah. She's a hot mess. But,
she's having what is that Pamela says? A die-dody? She's having a die-dody.
She's having a die-dody right now.
She's having a die-dody.
A die-dody.
So, welcome. This is all just about having fun and hanging out. And I do want to say right now, before we even get started, that Tim from my video's done for tomorrow's done running through. That was that little noise. I do want to say that Tim from Over the Years is having a live sale right now. So do not feel bad if you're in the mood to go shopping. Go over to Tim's channel. He has a great channel, and you can go shopping, and then you can watch us later. So just putting that out there. Also at 9 o'clock, Lucid Curios has a live sale. So again, at 9 o'clock, if you want to leave us and go on over there, feel free to go right ahead and do that. You can watch us later. We're just hanging out. They're selling stuff.
Right.
We're just
I don't know how to change it to Thrift You. How?
What?
I
Oh gosh. Listen.
I don't know how.
Listen, Sam is on her way there, and she's having a little bit of a fit. Sam, she's having a die-dody. Everything will be fine.
So this is for you, not just Sarah.
So, welcome to the little train wreck. This top row here.
Choo-choo.
Choo-choo. This is, the Vintage Rescue Squad. That's all of us. Boop, boop. All of you, everybody. We love to rescue vintage, to collect, to resell. We love the history behind things, so we're all part of this squad.
Oh, that's
and yeah, you do.
Yeah.
They're available on my Teespring. You can order one if you would like. Right. It's in the description down below. Also, I can't remember what I was going. Oh, I'm Misty. I'm Misty, Thrifter, Junker, Vintage Hunter, and welcome to the circus.
Yes.
Welcome to the circus. It's it's a lot of fun. We just have a lot of fun here. So I'm gonna go around and let first of all, my co-host. I don't know if you're seeing him, how I'm seeing him. There we go, right there. We'll go ahead and let my co-host, Mr. McGorvey, do a little bit of introduction. Go ahead,
how are you out there?
Here we go.
Is everybody doing well in Vintage Land today? Everybody gather up. I'm Michael Todd in YouTube, as you all know me, and the comments and on the live sales. But I am mostly the Cult of Vintage over on Instagram. So if you don't have Instagram, y'all are missing a good time. I can't.
Thank you, Mazzy.
So that's who I am.
Welcome to the Thrift Show. Oopsie, the comment. My goodness, the comment went by so quick. There we go. Welcome to the Thrift Show. Okay. Let's go ahead and oh gosh, now I can't get that off. There we go. Let's go ahead and let Dee from the Thrill of the Thrift, we'll go ahead and let her introduce herself.
Well, I'm Dee. Yes, the Thrill of the Thrift. I can't even talk. I'm so tired, guys.
We're all really on our game tonight, aren't we?
I know.
This is going to be a good show. It's going to be a good show.
That's it. D, Thrill of the Thrift.
And
Well,
Dee's on
listen,
point tonight. She got the hair done.
She-
Come on, Dee. Dee
I
brought
did.
it.
listen,
Looking
she
good,
is, she
lady.
is, Dee is selling herself a bit short. Now, I want to say that Dee is one of the first channels I really started watching and really loving. And I just, sometimes you watch someone and you're like, I could hang out with her. I could hang out with her. And I instantly felt that with Dee. So she's got a fun channel. She does a lot of haul videos. If you like to see her little cat Binks, he always makes his presence known.
Oh,
A little too much. He likes to show his derriere off a little bit. Dee also has live sales too. Hers are every Saturday at 2, right? 2 Eastern or 3 Eastern.
3.
3.
Mhm.
So, and they're a lot of fun, and she finds a lot of neat things, and she's just as sweet as she can be. So welcome, Dee.
Thank
So make
you.
sure that you're subscribed to her channel.
I have to say that I'm working on some merch. I wanted to come up with a t-shirt, and my cousin makes t-shirts and graphic design and stuff. So I'm gonna see if he can. I'm gonna give him some ideas of what I'm looking for and see if he could come up with something for me. So that'll
be fun.
exciting. Yeah. I mean, everybody else is doing it.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
So why not?
I think that'd be great. I like my t-shirts, and so I Thrift You. I bought some of theirs. I just bought one of Pam's. I will buy a t-shirt, and I love to wear it. And it's always fun to wear when you go live or when you're videoing, and you're advertising for your people, for your friends. So that's one of the reasons why I like to do it. Hi Gino. Hi Tiger. Tiger's here. And Michelle's here. Well, anyway, we're gonna try to keep an eye on the chat, but I want my girls up here to do the little introduction for themselves and their channel as well. So Thrift You, take it away.
Well, surprisingly, the channel name is not Sarah.
Sarah,
you're rebranding. She's rebranding.
I've rebranded the show.
Sam, it was nice to have gotten to know you a little bit.
She's kicked Sam off. Sorry, Sam.
See, and then
although
the woman gave you life, what more do you want from her?
Although Sarah, now you're on your own to edit your own videos. So
sweet Jesus, I cannot.
All lives all the time.
Oh my God, yeah. No, so actually it's Thrift You. But then see, Sam, I called Sam earlier. I'm like, okay, Maddie's got to come over because what if I can't do it?
Already we've had some issues.
And so see, now she sees that the channel name is now Sarah. So she wonders.
Listen, we might see Sam walk in and completely push Sarah off of that chair.
Oh my God. I am positive she's having a stroke right now.
We love you, Sarah.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, this is Maddie. She pops on the show every now and again.
I look like Sam. I sound like Sam. It's mostly the same.
And Maddie is Sam's sister. And Maddie, you have an
Just
Instagram.
remember, Sam, this is
right?
live. It's being broadcast live. They will use it against you in a court of law. So just keep that in mind if you show up there.
But yes, I do have an
That's
Instagram.
true.
I resell. But I don't have a YouTube. Just Instagram. The Vintage Buffalo.
Vintage Buffalo. So go follow. Make sure that you guys are following Thrift You as well. They have live sales Sunday evening, 7-ish. 7-ish.
Yeah. Well, we shoot for 6.
Right.
Land
Shoot
on
for
7.
6. Shoot for 6, but it's usually 7-ish.
Yeah. Thank you, Dee.
Welcome to my childhood.
You gotta go with the flow.
Oh.
Well, my kids were always the last kids to get to camp.
Oh my God, it happened.
We're like 2 hours late to the birthday party.
They always got their worst bed at camp.
Look it, we left.
I'm here.
That's super true.
I'm back.
Can confirm.
What are you doing?
Listen, Michael's little neighborhood has been the electricity goes.
What the hell is happening?
So-
Michael?
I'm 100%
Michael, you may need to go.
If you know, it may be black.
Go light a candle.
But I'm
Go
here.
get a candle.
I have candles. I do have candles. If it comes to it, I will bust out the candles, y'all. I swear.
Get a flashlight.
I'll be here. I don't have a
Whoa,
flashlight.
this is Michael.
I'll bust out the UV.
Oh my gosh.
Find some uranium, set it all up.
Neat.
Spooky.
It's super windy.
Well,
I
so-
have to assume it's something with the wind.
It's really windy here too. Like it's ridiculously windy.
Yeah, I
So-
bet
Well,
you.
Dee's in New York and Michael's in Pennsylvania, so you're all over
Yeah.
there together.
Yep.
Mhm.
They're all over there together. Meanwhile, it was a balmy, like 50 something degrees in Indiana today. It was lovely. I wore
It's
my
supposed to
flip-flops.
be in the 50s tomorrow here in
Yeah.
beautiful Des Moines, Iowa.
All week.
33
Where the sun always
today
shines.
here. 33.
Now now New York, I think is supposed to get a pretty bad cold snap the next couple of days, aren't you?
Oh, Goody. I just can't.
I know.
Ugh.
I know. That's no fun. That's no
No.
fun. Yeah, Tammy, it was gorgeous today. Now, ooh, I'm just looking at the thing. Yeah, it's really windy. So listen, if Michael goes dark, his voice is still here. He can
That's
still
okay.
talk.
I will bust out the
He's-
candles. I got a whole cabinet
Yeah.
right over here of candles. We good. We'll work it out.
We'll work it out.
Michael's flexible. We can
You
do just
know?
about anything.
Mhm.
Now I know that one thing that I think that Sarah was interested in us discussing tonight was the topic of assemblages. Right? Now, do you guys know in the chat, do you know what an assemblage is? It's a fun word to say. I'm sure
Yeah.
that they know what it is.
My entire family hates it. They hate the word
Really?
assemblage. Yeah, they hate it.
We call them dioramas.
They call it,
Okay.
they think it's very pretentious. And frankly,
Well,
when I
it's kind
started,
of like a centerpiece.
yeah, when I started making them, I sort of stole that word from somebody else. Who's that? Michael, you may know who I'm talking about. Who's that?
I have
one
two
woman?
things.
She has a YouTube channel. Oh, she's just so gentle and kind. She makes
And Sarah said, "I'm gonna snatch that word right away from."
no.
I don't
Martha
know.
Stewart. Oh, what
Oh,
is somebody in
Martha.
the chat will know? She's
Martha
like-
Stewart?
No, it's not Martha Stewart.
Martha.
She said gentle and kind. The woman just said she
Oh.
was gentle and kind.
I
She's
know.
like
Well-
a real
Martha.
person. She tarnished treasures. Yes.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Treasures.
Oh.
Yeah, so I kind of stole that word from her. And now I'm kind of regretting it because it does sound a little, I mean, it fits her because that's
You don't like the word assemblage?
well, I don't like it because my kids make fun of me.
Well, but that probably wouldn't change if you just called it a different thing. They probably would
That's
still.
So you
fair
just want to
point.
call it a diorama?
See, I don't know.
I don't like
Diorama
that.
doesn't seem right, doesn't
No,
it?
diorama reminds me of a school project.
Well,
Michael, we need to
technically,
do-
the
we need to do
diorama
some
would be an enclosed environment depicting a scene, whereas
A
the
diorama.
assemblage is the gathering of items
I
to
know.
make an arrangement. So
Should we just start calling them
assemble
the gathering of items? Up next, a gathering of items.
a
Oh,
Yeah.
Or
Hot plate.
Susical said you could start calling it a diarrhea.
There you go.
Problem solved.
Thanks,
Well,
Sus.
I mean, it is a gathering of. Michael, I am counting on you to come up with a different name.
Yeah, Carol D
like-
says she just called. Well, Sarah's creation, but then that won't work for Michael.
That doesn't work for
I'll
Michael.
call mine Michael's creations. We'll call them creations. I gathered all this crap here together for y'all, and this is what I got. How about that?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, see, Sarah, everyone's saying no. Randy Girl said no, or mine's her diarrhea, diorama. So I don't think diorama should be it.
All right.
All
right,
So
What you said.
listen, kids in the chat. Here is your assignment for tonight. Let's think of a name. Let's think of a name.
Because it truly
Vintage compilation sculptures.
God.
Oh, I like this word.
A
Tableau.
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 Tableau. What's
Tableau.
tableau?
Ooh.
That's a fun word
français.
to say.
Fancy.
I thought assemblage was too fancy. We're gonna go something like I can't even say that word. Craptastic.
Creations.
Dagny, I'm totally down with that. Craptastical.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dagny,
trashtastic. You know I love trashy.
Yeah, Dagny, I
I don't
agree.
mind it.
I like that.
That was
Mhm.
you.
Crap,
What was it?
tastic.
Craptastic creations.
Creations.
Yeah. I like
Yep.
it.
Oh gosh, I'm just trying to look at. Let's see. Oh, here Sam
Michael-
said, "Think of a name that my mother won't hate. She won't hate it if I gave her the idea, or she won't take it if I gave her the idea."
Just put it in the chat. She won't read it. Just tell somebody else to say it.
Oh my God, you gotta be
Uh-oh.
kidding me.
Ooh, you can see the glow of his glasses.
See?
Dude.
Look, I am
Dark.
You know what?
You
This is
see, girl, you dark.
Dude.
I'm blacked
you
out.
dark.
Spooky.
God.
This is
You know
fun.
what? I'm gonna
This
I'm
is
going to
exciting.
go
It is fun.
get a flashlight and light candles. I won't be here, but you won't know that since it's just black screen.
Please just don't fall. because
I'm gonna be right back.
I'm gonna wet my couch if you do.
Yeah, just light some candles. Let's have a seance.
Oh,
Cool.
Ooh, Blair Witch Project. Okay,
Why does
it is a
Heather
party,
stick us
Laura.
aboard?
Oh my gosh, do you remember that? I remember that game at slumber parties.
Oh,
And I was always the first one to fall asleep, and my bra always got frozen in the freezer.
Lord,
you know,
I was always the first one to fall asleep.
I'm not kidding
Yeah.
you. The Brants could the kids up the street, the Brants, Linda and Debbie, they could levitate people. I'm not kidding.
I like that you said it like they knew the Brants.
You know the Brants down the road, the Brants down the street.
Yeah.
They
For real.
could levitate people.
It could have been that I was like 6 or 7 and, they could just lift me. But I'm just saying.
Could be.
More likely levitation, though.
Listen, D.
What? Sarah.
it's gonna smell
looks like
good
she's
in
about
here, y'all.
Jamie.
tonight.
What's that?
I said,
I
you
said,
look
it's
like you're
gonna
about
smell-
14.
14? Oh
With
my
that,
God, I
you
wish.
just look so young
I wish.
with your cute
She
hair.
does.
Junkalicious. I kind of like that idea.
Oh, Junkalicious. I like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still into
Incredible.
Liberace? I mean, let me tell you about Liberace. If you're asking for like a positive attitude, you ask for the spirit. Michael knows because I do this every day. I ask for the spirit of Liberace to be in me. That didn't sound very right, but you know what I'm saying. Because
Do
he was
whatever
very
it takes in
happy.
life.
You
Right.
got-
I love Liberace.
Did you
I
see
went
my
to
Liberace music box last night?
Stop.
Yes.
Were you
Well,
still on?
people. I wasn't. Amanda from Hot Mess Vintage she sent me a thing on Instagram saying that as soon as I left, you showed the Misty Liberace.
Joseph Originals music box. I'm like, where's Misty? I was yelling to
A
her.
Joseph's original Liberace music box.
I'm gonna go get it. Just a minute. It
Oh
is
my gosh.
Oh my
Misty
gosh.
in Liberace form.
What?
I went to see
Look,
Liberace
okay.
when I was 6 years old.
You did?
You saw him?
Yeah, with my mom and my grandma.
Wow.
And I was mesmerized because you know how he wore all those suits, He comes out and he's got this, it was an all white suit, but it looked like it was all made out of pearls. They shut all the lights off and the whole thing turned on. The whole thing lit up. And I remember sitting there like, oh my God. His whole suit just lit right up. It was like amazing.
He is Mr. Showmanship.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
and if you watch some of his performances, he was so funny. I mean, he would come out and do like his little, spiel before, and he was a borderline. Well, he was naughty. He was naughty.
Oh, look at it.
It's Misty.
Look at the
Oh,
I
look
love
at
it.
that.
That is so cute.
Isn't that darling?
With
Look
the
at the
little
candelabra.
Oh my
I
God.
know.
That's gorgeous.
Isn't that darling?
What
I
does it
love
play?
It's a little tinny. I don't know. I
She's
can't get
Hi,
it to.
Perla.
I'm
Yes,
kind of a music box expert. I'm not going to lie to you, but I can't get it to work right.
A music box
All right.
expert.
Who cares? It's
Karen
pretty.
Liberace
Isn't it
was
gorgeous?
born in Wisconsin. And if you listen to his videos, the Wisconsin accent is still present in good old Lee Liberace. Listen, trust me, if you start watching, there is a YouTube channel called Days with Jordan the Lion. He's a vlogger, and he goes around Hollywood, and he'll film like where certain things happen, like iconic or infamous places happened, and he went to Liberace's house that in Las Vegas, and it was like trashed. And a man from England came and bought it and completely restored it. And it took him years. He tracked down, because all of Liberace's things were sold at an auction after he passed away, and he wanted all the proceeds to be donated to the Liberace Foundation. And so this man tracked down all of the things, well, as much as he could find, that were originally in that house, and he's restored it. And Liberace has
some bucks.
Oh, I know.
Seriously.
He has the Sistine Chapel. I think it's the Sistine Chapel on the ceiling of his bedroom with all
You're
kinds
kidding.
of little babies.
What a
Oh
trial.
no, everywhere. And above his, if you remember the Liberace show, the very beginning when he was sitting in his big jacuzzi and he's playing the piano, and all the bubbles. He has a self-portrait above his bathtub in the heavens.
Bravo.
I believe it.
Well done, Liberace.
So
Me too.
but he vlogged the house, and you can it was in shambles, and he's restored it, and it's really kind of cool just to see. So I highly recommend that.
Fun.
Daniel, he was the king of tacky. Oh man, I always say I wish I could spend the afternoon with Liberace. I think he and I would have a lot of fun together.
What would you guys
Aw.
do?
He was a pretty fun guy, so.
What do you think you and Liberace would do for the day, Misty?
We would go thrifting. We would go look, because he loved antiques, and he was a bargain hunter. I mean, he had all this money, but I've seen interviews, and he was, he tried to get things for the cheapest price that he could. Now he liked all this. Oh yeah. He really liked a lot of things that really aren't my taste, but
A lot of gold.
but he
Marble.
a lot of gold. But yeah, he was, I agree, vintage and vino, he was born before his time. Now there is a movie, and I haven't seen it yet, and I can't believe that I haven't seen it yet, and it's a recent movie. It's called Behind the Candelabra, and it's about his life. Yeah,
Interesting.
I love
Isn't that Kirk
Maybe you
Douglas
should be
or
friend
Michael
Elton
Douglas?
John.
Michael Douglas.
it. Is Michael Douglas? Yeah,
Who's
Michael
the
Douglas
one that
was in
just
it.
passed away? Was it Kirk that was 102?
That was the dad.
Kirk Douglas?
Yeah,
The dad, right?
the dad.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kirk
Mhm.
Douglas died?
Yeah.
102?
Yeah.
Aw, holy cow.
Gee dang.
I know. Wow.
Oh, thank you, Yvonne. Yvonne's she's just our cheerleader. I love it. But Yvonne, when I see you come in, you make my heart so happy, because she's always there, just telling everyone to give the thumbs up. Thumbs up. She's not asking for much. All you got to do is hit the little button. So
That's
thank
all.
you, Yvonne. We appreciate you.
You know what?
Oh,
I
yeah.
got other people's I go to other people's sales and ask them to make my car payment for me. That's what I do.
Well, I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Hi, Thrifty is here. I need a car payment made.
PayPal or Venmo would be fine.
I'm gonna go grab
Hi,
my other
Maria.
pair of glasses because I can't see a damn thing with these glasses. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Hi, Maria. Maria's here. Hi,
Maria.
Sean. Oh, Nanette said in the behind the candelabra, there's lots of stars. Matt Damon. Ooh, and Rob Lowe.
Oh.
Oh, Rob Lowe.
Oh,
Really?
Rob Lowe's dreamy. Mm.
Oh, he's dreamy.
Oh,
Those
is.
Really?
eyes.
Oh, that's
Oh,
Yes.
You don't think Rob Lowe's dreamy, Michael?
he seems a bit too
I do.
fragile for me.
Rob Lowe!
Mhm.
Fragile.
Yes,
Listen,
fragile.
Who do you think is dreamy?
I like a Gerard Butler.
Do you have
the
it?
one rugged.
Rugged.
Wait, who did you
Mhm.
say, Michael?
I have no idea who that is.
Gerard Butler, or like
Oh,
if you want to
yeah.
keep it,
Irish, isn't he?
Or who
Mhm.
else?
or like a Jake Gyllenhaal, or
Robert
Mm,
Pattinson.
Too fragile.
Yeah.
No, so he seems delicate.
Binksy.
You could snap
I
that
love
boy in
Robert
half. Like,
Pattinson.
Oh, you do not. Stop it. No, you don't.
he's not unattractive.
Hair like
He's glowy. No. He's too delicate.
Mhm.
Sarah wants a man. You want a
Jeremy
man.
How do we feel about Jeremy Renner?
Hi, June. I don't know who that
I think
is.
he straddles the line. I think, yeah, I that's a happy medium. That's a happy medium.
I used to like Johnny Depp, but I think he's gotten a
Mm.
little strange lately. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know what his-
No,
He's kinda
that's just
scary.
when I
I-
feel like, oh, don't come near me. I feel like I might catch something. I don't know.
Johnny
I just,
Depp.
oh,
He's too rough. A little too rough.
and not in the
Jason
right
Momoa
way.
Oh,
fans.
Josh
Come back, he's on
Lucas.
point.
Josh
don't know who that is.
Lucas. Yes.
Who? Oh, I don't know who
I'm
that
caught up
is.
on all
Who's
these.
Josh?
He was in
Lucas?
Sweet Home Alabama. He was the guy in Sweet Home Alabama.
Oh, that's my mom's favorite movie ever.
Okay.
Is that with
I watch it
Okay.
100
Reese
times
Witherspoon?
a
Reese
day.
with me, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's cute as a bug, isn't she? I don't know who he is, though.
Mhm.
Oh, I agree with Silver George Clooney.
Yeah.
Timeless.
Oh,
I love him.
George Clooney.
He seems too fancy. I'm like, oh,
He
Dee,
is a
what
little
about you?
fancy.
See, I
Do you-
always liked Mel Gibson when he
Oh.
was in
Oh,
yeah.
The Weapon. Oh my goodness,
Sean
he's got
Connery.
such a nice ass.
or a young Harrison Ford.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Oh,
Sean
my
Connery
gosh.
is
Han
dreamy as
Solo?
well.
Han Solo?
Sean
See, I'm
Connery's
thinking
dead?
Indiana Jones.
Sarah, where have you you've been in that basement too long making your assemblages. Sean Connery's passed a while ago.
When in the hell did that happen?
While you were making assemblages.
Who else did
Wasn't
I
it
know?
Oh,
last year?
Sharon.
You did love Matthew McConaughey for a
Paul
long time.
Newman.
Oh, I still love
Oh,
Matthew
yeah.
McConaughey.
Those
Paul
eyes.
Newman. Yes.
Oh, Paul
You know,
Newman. Oh,
Oh, and even as an older man, he
oh my
just
God.
Yeah.
he
You
aged
know,
like
together.
fine wine.
Oh, I would
Young
never
Marlon
go-
Brando. Yes.
Oh yeah. God love
Yeah.
him. He did not age like a fine wine.
Amanda said, what the hell are we talking about? We're just talking about who we like. You know, this is just a hangout. You know,
Right.
we're just
Mary
hanging out.
Shag Kill.
So you got, huh?
Mary Shag
What?
Kill. You know
Oh.
that game?
Yeah, Mary.
We played it. It was
Kill.
called MASH in my day. MASH.
What does it
MASH?
stand for?
Yeah, with a
Oh,
little
with
paper
the
thing.
thing?
You go pick a number.
Oh,
Like a cootie
Mhm.
catcher.
cootie catcher.
Cootie catcher.
Cootie
Okay.
catcher.
Yes.
Mhm.
Cootie catcher.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sam could probably make
Jeez,
one.
like, what the hell?
Let's do.
Sam.
Let's. What'd Sam say?
That
Oh,
nose.
Sam
He
Elliott.
got a
Sam
nose
Elliott.
on. Mhm.
Sam
Yeah,
Elliott's lovely
Sam
to look
Elliott
at.
is very handsome. He,
Mhm.
you know, and you know who else? What's the guy's name from Tombstone?
Kirk Douglas.
Val Kilmer,
No.
Emilio
No,
Emilio Estevez.
You're thinking of Young Guns. That's an awesome movie right there.
Yes, that
I
is
love
the
that.
awesome movie.
I can only think of Kurt Douglas and.
Dylan McDermott. I really liked him.
Oh yeah.
I
Okay.
really liked
I don't
him.
know any of these people. I like the Marlboro Man type people. That's who I like.
Mhm.
Yeah. Ryan Gosling, top of my he's
Yeah.
near the top of my list.
My daughter loves him. She and her all-time favorite is Ralph Macchio.
Ralph
Oh, yeah.
Macchio.
Someone had said
She loves
Really?
Ralph Macchio.
Okay.
Yep. That's her favorite. He commented on a tweet or something she posted, and she almost lost her mind.
Oh,
Really?
Honest to
Has
God,
she
yeah.
watched the new show with him in it, the Cobra Kai?
Yeah, probably.
See, I never got into that. I never got
yeah,
into
can't
that.
stand up and do that thing.
My aunt and
Yeah,
uncle
that
live in
feels
California, and they were friends with Patrick Swayze. And
Oh, he's another one.
yeah, and they were at some kind of a party as Patrick's guests, and they got
Who
to
was?
meet, my aunt and uncle,
Oh, okay.
and they got to meet Ralph Macchio was at the party.
Oh my
And,
God.
so
Good
they were
Jessica.
telling my daughter, you know, how nice he is, and you know, really a nice guy, and you know, and my daughter's just like so jealous that they got to meet him, and she didn't.
Mm,
That's disappointing. The
Yeah.
least they
Yeah.
could have done was get like a, cut some of his hair or something for
a small DNA sample.
her. Right.
Right.
A saliva sample or something. Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Well, Southern Buckeye is asking, isn't it getting harder to find mid-century modern vintage knickknacks?
It is.
Well,
Not the
go
Midwest.
ahead and elaborate on that, Dee. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I'm limited on where I can thrift around here. We don't really have auctions around here, so I rely on thrift stores and antique stores. So most of the time when I go to like Goodwill and Salvation Army, that stuff it's coming in less and less and less. And I think a lot of it has to do with people know that it's worth money now, so they're keeping it and selling it rather than donating it. So
Well,
it is. I really think they are, you know, and
I tell you what,
hard.
I know for a fact that Goodwill has hired people, and I know this for a fact because they tried to hire me. They've hired people to come in and filter through the donations, look things up online, and if anything is worth selling, then it goes to now Goodwill sells on eBay, and Goodwill has their auction site. So they're looking things up. Yep, they're looking things up.
Yeah.
They're and so unfortunately that's some of the reason. I mean, because
Right.
you know, people have been donating things. You know, you see, you drive by and you can see the donations are flowing in, but they're going through. Now that's not saying that you still can't find, because sometimes things will get past them. Yeah. And sometimes maybe that person was like, yeah, I'll look everything up, and they're like, yeah, you know, they're not doing their job. And I appreciate that person for not doing their job on, certain days.
Yes, I do.
Right.
I do
Every now and
too.
again,
Weird.
something
Nothing
good
today.
will slide through and you'll get lucky, you know?
Mhm.
But yeah, actually the one girl that worked there told me that before anything comes out, they go and they see what it is, and then they immediately will list it on the online Goodwill or on eBay. And then it never even makes it out on the floor.
And
Mhm.
and on goodwill.com you pay a handling fee. So you're not only paying shipping, you're paying a handling fee as well. Now,
Right.
Suzuka had a good point. Goodwill's profits just don't just go to charity. They don't. They do have programs that do benefit people with disabilities. Yes, they do. They do. And none of us are saying or denying that, but they're getting a little ridiculous
Hmm.
with their pricing a little bit. Yeah,
They really are.
Goodwill has a YouTube channel now, and they
They
post
do?
every Wednesday.
Seriously?
What are they
They
posting
do?
about?
Mm-hmm.
About all the stuff that none of us are getting.
They're probably like, look,
That's
there's a
exactly
bunch
it,
of
Dee.
there's a bunch of stupid resellers. They think they're going to come in and get all this stuff.
Right.
Little do they know.
Exactly.
Oh, babe, I froze. I'll be right back, okay?
You're not frozen.
On my end, I am.
Oh,
I'll be right back.
Ooh.
okay.
Ooh.
Now, Vinny had a good point too. You know, Vinny said that he finds his best bargains at antique malls. I know the D, you said that you go to antique malls a lot. Do you find yourself being able to find deals?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I kind of swayed away from that for a really long time because I guess I had the wrong mindset as far as buying something and the profit that I was going to make. Like, could I really buy something that's expensive and still make a profit type deal? And so I was talking to Alex one day, and she's the one that talked me into, broadening my horizons and going, checking out some antique places. And I'm so glad I listened to her, because I'll tell you, I really do find some great deals. And I'm
Mhm.
I'm like excited about thrifting again, because I'm starting to find, I'm paying a little more, but I'm finding better quality things. And that is exciting to me. So
Yeah. Well, and it's fun though too, just to go in and see things that like that you've heard about, that you've never seen. What about you, Sarah? How do you feel about the whole antique malls? And because it's cause for discussion, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I'd say 98% of what I pick up is at antique malls. Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
Very rarely do I go into thrift stores, or I do get a lot of stuff at online auctions. We've got a ton of them in Iowa, and Iowa is not a huge state, so it's nothing for me to drive an hour or two to go pick some stuff up. But most everything I get is at antique malls, and it's just so nice. Everything's curated for you. You don't have to dig through.
Yeah.
You don't have to
Yes.
waste your time.
I like to dig.
I
do like to
say
dig.
that.
Yeah.
Me too.
I like to dig.
See, now
because
when I go to Goodwill, it just pisses me off now. Now I'm just mad because I don't have an entire shelf of things to choose from. Now I'm like, well, thanks for wasting my time, Goodwill.
Don't even get me started on Goodwill. When I'm in there trying to film, I literally have a meltdown on the floor, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm done, Goodwill. But the Goodwill videos are the ones that everyone likes to watch. But we're going to change that, right? We're going to say no. I mean, I just can't film in Goodwill because the music, and I'm like, all my senses are just in overdrive.
You know what they do here still in Iowa? I don't know, at least in Des Moines, they play on a loop over and over again this recorded Goodwill is committed to
your safety.
Yeah.
Please keep 6 feet apart.
There's no music, nothing. It's just
really
recording over. It makes me want to kill I'm not kidding.
We have the music.
There's no music?
The recording.
Nope.
And it's always really loud. And so if I do, that's why I kind of got away from Shop With Me videos, because it's a pain in the ass. You know, you're trying
It
to
is.
film, the music's blasting, you have people looking at you like, what the hell is she doing? And you know, people are bumping into you, and it's like, oh my God.
That's
Yeah.
And then
that's
you have to either do a voiceover or put music on because of the, you know, you don't want the copyright strike. And then people are commenting, I would rather hear you talk, or you know, why do you have to play music? Well, because of copyright strikes.
Yeah.
It's just
Can I ask a question? Not to get into like too heavy of a conspiracy kind of thing,
I love a good
but
conspiracy.
I don't remember music ever being that loud at a Goodwill. Like, I don't know that it's a conducive environment to have music playing that loud. Do you think it's on purpose that it's kind of like, it's like a passive aggressive, we know people are in here shopping and filming and making money on top of buying the things and flipping it, so we're going to make it more difficult for you? I mean, it doesn't make sense to me that, again, for where
well,
I work, it makes sense because we're trying to create this environment. But in a Goodwill, I'm not there to have a good time. I just
Yeah. Yeah.
well, and I think though too, I think that since you know we are filming, you know, so we're filming, and so we get mad because there's music going on. And I don't think, like, you know, 5 years ago when I wasn't filming anything, I didn't even think about the music maybe.
fair point.
Because also now when you're a reseller, you go in and you automatically think everybody's a reseller and they're all wanting the stuff, and though you gotta
Bastards.
get it first. But they're, you know, a lot of times they're not. But yeah, but you're thinking, oh no,
Don't
I'm
you
gonna
go
get to
over
it
there.
first.
Get away from it.
Right. Move
Yeah.
out of the way, lady. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I love antique malls, especially during the week when you can do a shop with me, because they're quiet and there's nobody there for the most part. And the best part of shopping at an antique mall is that you are supporting a local business. You know,
Right.
you have to
Dude.
remember the people, all of these booths that you're shopping in, they all are paying to be there.
Yeah.
Right.
So
They pay a lot.
they pay a lot to be there.
Yeah.
And also the people that own the antique mall themselves, I mean, they're essentially a local business as well, and so you're supporting that local business. But I'll tell you what, and I'm not going to get on my soapbox too much about this, but if you have an antique booth and you are not running a sale at least, I say once a month. I do. I'm gonna say it once a month. Then you're doing yourself a big disservice. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna say it.
Well, I got to tell you that my
Yes.
the first shop with me video that I have done in a very long time was just recent when I went to the antique mall, the antique place, and she was thrilled that I wanted to film in there. She was
Yeah,
like,
sure.
"Oh,
That's good advertising.
yeah." She was
Absolutely.
like, "Thank you so much," because I said, "Do you mind if I, you know, film?" She goes, "Go right ahead." She was like thrilled about it. So
Yeah, I go to a couple local places too, and you know, I do always ask if I can film. I do ask permission, and sometimes they look at you like you okay. Why? So
Why are you
the thing
even
that I
asking?
do, the thing that I do is I'll just give them one of my business cards, and it has my YouTube channel on it so they can check it out. I'm not going to go on there. I don't care if I'm frustrated. I'm not going to go on there and be negative. I'm not going to go on there and be like, they've got crappy prices in this booth,
Yes.
because that person may be watching and I don't, you know what I mean?
Right.
Exactly. Well, and
I may say, okay, I'll put this back on the shelf now, you know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. And, you know, honestly, they're not there to serve us as resellers. You know, I always have to remind myself, okay, well, you know, these businesses aren't here in order to provide me good prices so that I can turn around and resell it at 100% profit. You know?
right.
So when I see something priced and I go, "Ew," you know, I think, okay, well, that's a fair, I mean, if I had this in a booth, this is what I would have it priced at. So
right.
I agree.
Well, and there's a big difference between, you know, when you have a booth and you know what's selling in your local area and your region, so you're
Right.
going to source things for that particular reason, or for your vibe. If you have a mid-century modern booth, you're you're looking for those things for your vibe of your booth. But with selling, paint live sales.
Everybody was like,
oh, well, no, I'm just saying, when we're all shopping, we see something and we immediately know we've got 5 people that would like that one particular thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we know who our customer base is. And it makes it fun. You kind of feel like you're almost like a personal shopper in some aspects.
That's what I consider myself, a personal shopper. They tell us what they want and we go out and find it. It just saves them having to go do it.
well, that's what I just started.
My favorite of all sourcing is estate sales. I love estate sales.
I'm jealous.
Yard sales, and without a doubt.
There are no estate sales in my area. I mean, ever.
Misty, really?
It's all auctions. It's all auctions. I have to drive a couple hours to get, probably about 3 hours to get to an estate sale.
Oh my God.
I have never been to an estate sale.
Really?
And I don't know.
So fun.
No. I don't know. Seriously, there's something.
Blasphemy.
I think when you walk into, like, I think we've all done it. You've walked into like a thrift store and it's very obvious that, there's like 50 elephants or there's 50 like fruits with faces on it. So it was somebody's collection.
Right.
So, but to walk into somebody's home I can't, I'm an overly sentimental person. So I just can't.
But Michael, not everybody is selling things because someone has passed away. I know people have had estate. No, but I know people have had estate sales because they're moving. Like they live in Indiana, they're moving to Florida, and they're selling it all. You know what I mean? So think of it that way. Think of it, say they didn't die. They're just moving.
It's dead here.
They just moved to the beach. They moved to the beach.
Mm-hmm. They're on vacation.
A
really long time.
Now, Maisie has said, any spooky stories? Any spooky stories from anything that any of y'all have bought?
I don't.
No, my kids, they're like, I love old pictures. I have pictures in my house right now of people that I have no idea who they are.
They're they're instant relatives.
And she'll be like, who the hell is that?
That's your great grandma.
And I'm like, oh, that's Hazel.
Right, because it's fun to name them.
Yeah, I have like a few of them. But I did buy a set of Raggedy Ann and Andy dolls at Salvation Army. A long while ago, just for myself, and I have them sitting on my cedar chest at the end of my bed. And one day my daughter comes in, she goes, you do know that Clarabelle was a Raggedy Ann doll, or what was her name? Annabelle.
Annabelle.
Was a Raggedy Ann doll. I'm like, oh gee, thank you for letting me know that. Now I'm going to be freaked out.
I had a clown, it was big. It was like
that was the devil. That was Satan's spawn.
Okay,
straight from hell.
It's like her specialty.
I am not normally freaked out by anything, but I had him. He looked okay. He was like Pennywise. I'm not joking. And it was like
or like the clown in Poltergeist.
Yeah,
remember the clown in Poltergeist?
Like one of those 70s clowns. Like they made the body and they had the plastic face. Like you would make those dolls.
Yeah.
And so I bought it and I ran comps on it and I probably could have gotten $100 for the thing, but it was over in storage. And every time, oh my God, every time I would go to get something out of storage, its face was like right at the edge of the tote that it was in.
I would have punched it.
I had to throw it away. I'm not joking. I took it out and threw it away. Girl.
You should have burned it. You should have burned it.
Oh.
Because that's what you do with evil.
Yeah, it was. That is the one and only time. I'm like, I told
Hi,
Sam, she's
Tanya.
like, Hello. Oh, Samantha's here.
And Francis.
And Francis
And
and
Francis.
Hi, real quick. Say hi to the
Go
friends.
say
She
hi.
has the most gorgeous children.
Wait till you see my little ballerina here. Come here.
Doesn't she?
Yes.
Come
That's
up
what
here.
I.
Up on this
Look
bench.
at her.
Oh, she's just precious. Hello, Francis.
Can you say hi? That you know Misty,
She's
and that's
beautiful.
Yes.
Hi, Francis.
and that's Misty.
Hello.
Can you say hello?
Say hi,
Aw.
Mr. Michael. Hi, Miss
She
Steve.
had dance.
Did you have dance class? How was it? Good. Was it?
Ooh.
Oh,
Are you learning to point?
Say I'm a little young for point yet, but someday.
Okay.
She's learning to do some tumbling. We're working on
Very
our
good.
somersaults and right
Jazz was our favorite today, Grandma.
jazz.
Yes.
Mm.
I took ballet when I was little, when I was like 6, 7 years old. It didn't
Oh,
last
wow.
long because I didn't want to go to ballet. I wanted to play with my friends.
Yeah.
I never
Francis
paid
is-
attention. I was always talking. I never knew my routine ever.
Stephanie says, "Hi, Francis." And right there it says, "Hi, Francis."
Yeah, Mila says she loves your hair.
Very fancy. A lot of
She's
fancy.
so cute.
Mhm.
All right. Well, now that Sam's here, I'm leaving. Goodbye,
Give it-
everyone.
Bye, Maddie.
Bye.
Love you.
Should I go get you settled in and let Mom say hi to everybody?
Well, she's got some sandwiches to work on, Grandma.
Oh, you've got to eat. Oh, okay. Why don't you go over there and eat?
Say bye,
Say
everybody.
Bye,
Bye.
Francis.
Bye, Francis.
Absolutely precious. Bye, man. Oh,
Oh,
my
oh, Pamela, listen, I think the reason why I'm not very good in math, because I was out in the hallway. About every time they put me out in the hallway because I was talking. So they'd say, they would move my entire desk out into the hallway.
Oh, you were that person
So,
that sat out in the hall.
I
on
was
their
that
desk.
person.
Mhm.
And I always had on my report cards, doesn't give her best effort, you know, or needs
The big
improvement,
U, unsatisfactory.
right? That was me.
Yeah.
But then,
I
you know,
have
as
to
an
be-
adult, I was diagnosed with ADHD. So, I mean, it explains a lot now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
My
I always
brother-
had to
my
have
brother
the
has
reminder
ADHD.
to not bother my neighbors.
Hi, buddy. What's
Oh.
up? He's gonna knock my camera.
Yeah, there was always one in the
It's under
hallway.
this
Well,
one, I
it
think.
was
Is that
me.
yours?
I don't think that they're allowed to put children in the hallway. Well, no. You can
I
put
don't think
kids
they're
out in the
allowed to
hallway,
do
but
that
not
anymore.
for the entire lesson.
I
Yeah,
would.
that
It's a good
kind
thing I'm
of
not a
defeats the
teacher.
purpose of school. Mm-hmm.
Southern Buckeye, what do y'all collect? What's your jam?
Mm.
What don't we collect?
I know.
Things I haven't sold.
Sam's got a car full of collections.
I had to clean out the van the other day because I had to actually take the children somewhere, all 3 of them, and it was front to back, all seats down, full of crap, just full of crap.
That's a good feeling.
Yeah,
Good for you.
a lot of successes, a lot of feeling really good about the things I'm picking up.
Right.
Proud, just proud, pride in what I'm doing.
Pride. Let's change our name to Pride You.
Pride. Yes.
No. Your name is Sarah. Your channel
It's Sarah
name is now Sarah.
And isn't that just the story of my GD life? Welcome to Sarah.
Hi, Mary Beth. Mary Beth's in the house.
Well,
And
I
all right,
have
let's-
lady head bases. I have
Yeah.
lady head bases.
You do?
Yeah, I have a collection.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you do.
Well, you really can't see them all, but I mean, I have quite a few, and I also have them throughout my living room in different areas. So that's
And
one
I
of
like
my-
that you put them. I like that you put them out in your family room.
Yeah.
You said you had them in your bedroom for a while.
Yeah. So after Christmas, I redid everything, and they're out here now. So, so that's one of my main collections is ladyhead vases. I love them.
Oh,
I
wow.
like the ones that are more with the big, humongous eyelashes and the satin finish, not the really glazed ones.
Yeah,
and
like the
ones
flat.
that- yeah, the ones that have the colored hair.
Grab
And,
your rope.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
those are the ones I gravitate towards.
Hold on, Grandma, go get your rope for you.
Sorry, we have a whole situation happening. I apologize.
That's all right. And listen, here at the Vintage Rescue Squad, we are very much pretty easygoing. Things happen.
Organic.
Me too.
Organic.
We're organic. That's a good
Yep.
word, Michael.
Organic.
Very organic.
What happens?
Michael,
happens.
what do you collect? What do you collect, Michael?
I don't know to say. I kind of and D's initial. What don't you? I mean, what?
Right?
I'm like, oh, that's cute. That's cute. Oh, that's really pretty. Oh, that's fancy. No, I do prefer the things that excite me the most are actually antiques, particularly like Austrian.
Yeah.
I really, if you
Which
have
means
like,
it's over 100 years old.
yes.
Yes.
So, Royal Dutch, Royal Copenhagen, Royal Bayreuth. It's like if it's Austrian, it says Royal. Chances are I'm gonna like it. That's usually it. So a lot of like vases, a lot of like applied florals or applied fruits. Sometimes there's figural vases. I like figural lamps. Oh my God, wait till you'll see the one I'm getting this week. Oh my God. I can't even.
Now listen, Michael likes his fancy schmancy things, but he also likes him a good squeaker.
I do. I have like a whole sun rubber Edward Mobley. I actually prefer the Ruth E. Newtons. I know a lot of people are like, what? But the Ruth E. Newton sculpts, she was a children's author who partnered with Sun Rubber before Edward Mobley, and they're a little bit more cutesy. They're not so like as detailed. So they just, I don't know, there's something a little bit more innocent about them.
What are
And
they?
with
I
their
love those
little rubber
squeaky toys.
squeakers.
Oh, squeaky toys.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I mean, the boy that she did, his name is Rompy. And the girl her name is Chunky. I mean, Rompy and Chunky.
I can relate.
Me too.
The name
I like
alone.
that
That should be our new name. Rompy and Chunky.
Chunky.
I'll be Chunky. You be Rompy.
Okay. Chunky.
Rebranded.
Oh my
Organic. It's happening right
Rebrand.
before your eyes, folks.
Let it
Mhm.
flow. Let it flow.
Yeah.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah.
You got to be open.
I
Mhm.
love those
So
squeaky toys.
Jamie
too.
has a question. Now we all sell on eBay as well. I think all of us also sell on eBay. Now my eBay has been neglected, let's just say. The live sales have kind of, well, and I also sell things for my haul videos. So I have things listed on eBay, but not a whole lot. But Jamie's question is, how long do you generally list an item for sale? So you can't renew them now. You used to be able to renew your eBay listings after 30 days, or they would end after 30 days and then you could relist them. Now they just are sitting around there until they sell, or until eBay decides, I'm just going to take this off. I'm not going to tell you, but it's going to fall off. So that's the important part of doing an inventory, which I haven't done in a long time, but to go through and make sure that the things that you still have in your, this is listed on eBay, is actually still listed on eBay, because things do fall off.
And if you don't pay attention, you end up selling something that you have listed on eBay, which I have done several times now. It's just, I don't know. For me, and I'm going to be honest. Well, one, I'm not allowed to list anything until my ability to list has been suspended until I do managed payments. So eBay said you're going to do managed payments, which I was like,
managed payments are fine.
No,
They're
that's
fine.
no, and I agree. It's this is the thing, though, Misty. Seriously, and I think that it's just the amount of time that you have to take in creating the listing itself, taking the appropriate photo, doing the title, the description, all of the whole 9 yards. It's so time intensive versus if now that I, through the graciousness of Misty, have been able to do a live sale, it's so much easier. It is just
easier.
Every single thing that I have sold on a live sale, I had listed on eBay first. And a lot of that is because I didn't, I don't have the social media presence. So that, I do know that. But all of it sat there, didn't sell, and there's nothing wrong with paying the fees. It is, you said that before, Missy, and doing the nurse flipper. I agree that those fees are well worth. That is,
They are.
There's no greater marketer than eBay. So those fees definitely are there. But if you do a live sale, that's just an extra 10% that you're not giving to somebody else.
I know.
So,
I hate the fees, but there's certain things that I just can't sell in live sales. Like, for instance, today I had to go down and pick up some auction stuff. I got just a little town about 25 miles south of here. And I stopped at the Goodwill and I picked up these, damn it, I don't even know the brand. They're Anthropologie, Leah Rena something. They're mugs. They're coffee mugs. I never look at coffee mugs. However, I saw these and they had cats all over them. And there's a cat on the inside. You know how you can just tell that something is quality?
Yeah.
And, they're signed on the bottom. And I thought, oh, I better look these up because there was a set of 4 of them. Well, I mean, they're selling for $60 a mug. And I picked up 4 of them. Well, there's no way in hell I can sell those for $240 on a live sale,
No. Right.
So, so that's, I do still list on eBay.
well, can I ask
There are
you then? Go ahead, Misty.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Michael. Go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna say, and I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable by asking this question. And I think this is the Vintage Rescue Squad, so very much this question is posed to everybody that is in the chat, though. Too, is that why do you think that is?
Yes.
For me, I get there. Like I said, I prefer antiquities, and it's not that sometimes I will find things and I will purchase them for myself, for my collection, simply because I have a fear of it being thrown away or something. But I'm like, this is like a $200 vase.
Right.
Are people, is there an expectation? Is there a limitation? Do you know what I mean? And I guess that really is more posed to the people in the chat. Is it just something that
I agree, and I
you're
wish
not
it worked that
looking
way
for,
because,
or
right?
I always think that it's.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I was just going to say,
I talk all the time.
Is that people will come to the live sales, and generally what happens is when we're buying stuff, we're buying things that we know that a lot of people like. Whereas like if we see this beautiful $200 vase, somebody is going to like it, and somebody in the chat really might want it, but they might not. There might not be that person there. They might have had to go to Kiwanis that night, or and then it's sitting there and you're like, well, now I look like a goober because I put this vase up here, or I feel like I have to sell it for less because I need to move the stuff out or whatever. But if you put it on eBay, then it's sitting there and whoever's looking for it is going to find it when they're searching for it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can also promote it on, Instagram or YouTube or whatever.
Yeah, the market's just a lot smaller.
It is. Well,
Fair.
I always say it's always good to, when you're having the live sales, is you have your items, your $10, $12, $14, $16 items, and I think that it's good to have a few items that will bring a little bit more money. But it's still always a good idea to look up sold comps on eBay or WorthPoint or whatever, and just see, I mean, we know our customers well enough to know, but maybe we don't. Maybe someone wants a $200 Royal Beirut picture and we've just never showed it to them. So I think that it's probably a good idea maybe to show something that might be a little pricey, Michael, like you have a $200 and you can just show it and say, listen, guys, I have this. But you see, it's a slippery slope because you don't want to say this is listed on. Well, yeah, you could say this is listed on eBay. And I mean, because you can't say buy it for me, buy it for me, and not buy it on eBay, because then eBay is like, what did you say? Well, you're in eBay jail. You know what I mean?
Canceled off of eBay.
Well, I don't know. Do you ladies ever feel, let me ask you this question then. Do you ever feel I think, Misty, because you said, you want to have a variety of price points. Do you do that simply because you want to provide as many people an opportunity to purchase something from you?
And
if you have, because here's the thing, if you, okay, so one day I decide to come into a sale and I'm like, you know what, you guys, I'm going to bring all of these great antiques, but the 10 items that I have, they're all going to be like $100+. Are you uncomfortable doing that because you don't want to? It makes me feel weird. The idea of doing that makes me feel weird because I don't want people to think, well, I can't afford it. You know what I mean? Like, what?
I don't know. I think that it's okay. I mean, if something is worth $100, something is worth $100. And we're lucky enough that the people in the chat most of them are collectors and they know what stuff is worth. So they're not going to be offended if we say to them, okay, yeah, this is worth $150. I'm selling it for $150. If it doesn't sell, that's okay. I'll put it on eBay because that person's just not here right now. But the right person is going to buy it.
Michael,
you know what I mean?
I am totally with you. It makes me wildly uncomfortable to sell things at a high price point on live sales.
Even if it's worth it, she won't do it.
I won't. I will not do it.
I think you have to have a variety of price points.
I agree, Dee.
I think so too, Dee.
Yeah, I really do, because
I think that
everybody is in a different money situation.
I'm in the low money. I'm in the very low bracket of money.
So I think it's important to keep in mind that, not everybody has money, so we have to kind of like I said, have a variety of price points where everybody can participate.
Yeah, and you do want everybody to be able to play along,
Right.
You want everyone to be able to buy stuff, not just the people with deep pockets.
Because boy, do I relate. Man, I get it.
Absolutely.
Well, that's the thing.
Well,
and
Grace has a good point too. During your live sale, you can promote your higher priced items that you have and say, show them. That way you can show them like, this is, see it? This is just like you're showing it in a live sale, because that's kind of the beauty. For me, I like to describe the things. I just like to do that. So you can describe it and just say, this is listed on eBay right now. And in the description is the link.
Oh, that's
so,
not a bad idea.
that's a way.
Right.
That's not a bad idea.
Sometimes I'll do that when I'm doing my haul video. If I have something that's on the more expensive side, I'll say, this will probably be an eBay item because it sells for such and such.
Right.
And people all know that, that my eBay is in my description of my videos. So I just kind of leave it like that. If they're interested, they can go to my eBay and purchase it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing too. And maybe you guys, because a lot of the people that are here in the chat, you can help us out, help us help you, or you help us help. Anyway, when, we do the offer ups, which is like an offer up, because, you have something and you know what it typically will sell for. So during a live sale and like say, you know, I have this notebook and I'm going to start it at $10. Well, you know darn good and well that it's going to sell for $25. So would you prefer us saying, I'm starting this at, I mean, you obviously are going to start it so you can at least make the profit that you need, or what you at least paid for the thing, so you can at least get your money back. But you know, it takes a long time to do the offer up. So do people just want us to say $30 is the starting price, and then which it will, I think it will make the time go a little bit quicker, because you know right off that if they're not wanting to pay that, or if they already know that they're not going to do that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Am I making any sense?
For sure. It might be controversial, but that's how I like to do it. I mean, if that's assuming I know what I have and I know that I've looked it up and I know the price, but like, that's how I like to do it. That way, you know, this thing is worth at the lowest $30. I'm starting it at $30. Right. Because that way, especially with like the lag that we've experienced lately, I don't know what's going on with the tube, but it's just
the lag was terrible last night.
Bananas last night.
The lag has been bad.
Jesus, we'd hold something up and start it and have to wait 10 minutes for people wouldn't see it for like ever.
You're like so.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go do some dishes and then check the chat.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to at least start something at what I paid for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
absolutely.
I have to get what I paid for it.
Yeah.
Well,
and you know, Jolene said. I'm just saying, Jolene says she likes the offer ups. It gives people with a slower internet a chance, and I agree. But there are some people that do not like them. So you know, we're not going to be able to please everybody, and.
No.
But that's just life. I mean, that's just life in general. It's not just reselling. It's just the way that things are. But we're trying to accommodate the best that we can.
Yeah.
I know Misty has, but there's George. Now, Sarah, do you guys ever go to, aside from Misty's Instagram live sales, have you ever been to an Instagram live sale outside of, I guess, the YouTube reseller community?
I don't know how to find them.
They do it completely, not completely different. It's familiar. But the way that they do it is that they will say, okay, so I've got this UV flashlight. I'm going to start it at $6. Okay. And if one person claims it, it sells for $6. But then if two people say $6, then they start it as a offer up. Yes, and then only then, so then if I say this is $6 and 10 people put in $6, then any of those 10 people can say 7, and then somebody else can say 10, and then it starts its own offer up. But only then.
Like a bad idea.
Do you know what I mean? Because then it's like people that don't like offer ups, people that have the slower internet, even if you were the fourth person, you still have a chance at that point. Mm-hmm. But it can create a little bit of a slowdown. But that's where the whole, if you're out, say you're out, so that way it helps expedite.
That does help.
Kind of the thing. I just always try to think of ways to help accommodate people that have the slower internet and that are constantly missing out on things, because it sucks. I think we've all hit those times when our internet is just not working for us. The weather is bad.
Well,
AT&T throttles your service.
Right. By doing it that
AT&T.
AT&T. We're not naming any names.
I said it, AT&T.
That way. Who was that? It helps determine what people, because oftentimes we'll sell something and then in the chat we'll see somebody said, "Oh, I wish you would have worn that." That's what we call it. But so it sort of determines whether or not if there's one person that wants it, great. If there's 10 people that want it, then we don't have to make that determination.
Right.
The chat can make that determination.
Zeno.
Yes, Zeno, they do. $200. I mean, y'all quick to take my money, but it's slowed down. You ain't gonna give me money back, are you? Though, no, you're not. Sure not.
I love the Instagram sales, but let me tell you, I'm a little bit. I'm gonna admit it. You guys are gonna hear it here first. But
Oh, tea.
the Instagram sales are great because you can, like if Michael's having an Instagram sale, I can immediately share it with, all kinds of people. It goes directly to
True.
their Instagram mailbox. And so, like, if I send it to Dee, Dee's gonna be like, "Oh, what's going on here?" And she can go and check it out. That's very convenient, and I like that. But sometimes I don't want to share it because I don't want people going because I want to buy this stuff.
Oh, right.
You won't have to worry about me because I'm so Instagram illiterate. It's not even funny.
Me too, Dee. Me too.
The
I love
Instagram live
Instagram.
sales are much more intimate. They are much more intimate.
I
And
have no clue how
Michael,
my way around Instagram. It's like hilarious.
I don't even know how to find the live sales.
Oh,
on
I love
Instagram.
it's right at the top. It literally
It's right
where
at
the stories are,
Michael?
it has the banner and it says live. You
I'm
just
going
click
to
it.
stop you.
Okay.
Okay.
I've explained
No,
this
you-
to her so many times.
Honey, I've got one too. I get it. I won't bother.
She won't learn. She just won't
It's
learn
all right.
it.
God love, God bless. I've got one. I totally get you. I'm too old for this. I don't
She's a
wanna-
very smart person. I don't know
Okay.
what's happening.
You know I'm sitting here, right?
Mhm.
Are you?
Both of you.
Are you physically
well,
present? Yes.
I am playing around with the idea of possibly doing an Instagram sale of
Do it.
evening time, which means I'll have to bring some things home because I mean my shop is not here, and Michael is right. The Instagram live sales are they're very intimate, and I've said that when I've had my Instagram live sales before. I've said that I'm like, it just feels like you can relax. I don't know why that is, but it just feels like
They're a little comfier.
They are. Yeah.
They
Well, I
are.
think a lot of it, you could literally have background music playing,
Oh, you
set your own
can?
soundtrack.
Absolutely.
Yes, honey.
Oh yeah.
You're not going to get demonetized. There's no monetization. Now you have to
Oh,
watch
can you
though,
imagine?
because they will, depending, they can remove the video if the music is too on the front. But you can have it playing in the back. There's certain
God,
things
I could
that you
sing
can
along.
say. I mean, you can get in there and tear it
That's
up.
what I was getting ready to say.
You know,
You can have music time with Sarah.
Oh my
Listen,
God.
Karaoke
First
time
of
with
all,
Sarah.
how dare you both?
Oh my God. This changes everything.
Because
Once,
here's what it's going to turn into.
twice,
Sam, sing this one with me. Sing this one in harmony.
3 times a lady. Sing it, Sarah. And I love you once, twice.
3 times a lady.
God. Francis Hand just did this.
When you were singing that last night, all I could think of was when Eddie Murphy did Buckwheat during Saturday Night Live when he did that
Oh, yep.
3 times I made it.
Okay.
I'm an excellent singer. I
So-
don't care what any of you say.
I think that you are, Sarah.
Yeah, me too.
And we're gonna have karaoke night one night. Maybe we can do karaoke night. Well, we can't do it on YouTube, so
Yeah, we're gonna
we'll have to
flip
do it on
everything
Instagram.
over to Instagram.
So Michelle says, when you did that is why I asked, when do you decide to do an auction or a set price on eBay? I have everything on a set price unless I don't. No, most everything I have is a set price.
Me too.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I
The only
think-
time I
Me
do
too.
an auction is if I really am not sure what to ask for the item. Like if I couldn't find any information on it, I'm just really not sure. That's the only time I do an auction.
Yeah. I'm trying to something on auction right now, and I really don't.
What you
know
laughing
why.
at,
Sometimes
Mike
I try.
The
Thank
voice
you,
of an
Doug.
angel.
Doug
Oh,
said that Sarah
God
has the
bless.
voice of an angel.
Doug's my biggest fan,
That is what I always say.
and you guys are all a bunch of jerks,
Hey, I said that you were a good singer.
except Misty.
That's one more thing to add to the list. I mean, you know.
I just don't like when my ears start bleeding. That's all. It gets all in my hair, and
It's
a maintenance
uncomfortable.
issue.
yeah, very
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I hate you guys so much.
Oh my god.
Christy, Tippy Wings Vintage. Hello, Christy. Her question is, and I know she's typed this in a couple times, so I'm getting to it now, and I've actually put it on the screen, but it comes and goes. After fairy lamps and Tanala have been popular in your opinions, what's the next big thing to buy / sell?
Shit, I never know. I never
Me
know.
neither.
I don't
have
know either.
No clue.
That is dictated by you guys, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, a deer really took off.
Mhm.
Strawberries were.
Yeah.
Strawberries were really big.
Mushrooms, pixies.
Mushrooms. Now, see, I feel like that stuff's kind of dying away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pixies
Oh,
not, but
no,
deer
no,
have kind of
no.
died down.
Never
I
picked
don't
it.
think so.
You don't think so?
I think one thing, Fire and Light is definitely recycled glass is a definite
wish
thing to
I
look
knew
out for.
about that. I don't have a clue about
I
that.
have got to watch Yvonne's videos.
Yeah. You know
Yes,
what?
you do.
Ephemera's
The
kinda
best
big
way
right
to
now,
know what it is to actually pick it up and feel it. After you've picked up, if you've held a piece in your hand, it has a certain weight and it has a certain look and a certain texture. Because when I found that one piece that I had, and then I looked at some of the other pieces that I was like, is this Fire and Light? And I was like, oh hell no. That is not Fire and Light.
Because I found this, I got this plate and I showed it in one of my haul videos, and everybody's like, that might be Fire and Light. I'm like, what the hell is that? I don't even know what it is. And
You could probably message Yvonne, and she could let you, take a picture of it and send it to her. Thrifty Rich.
What is it?
I'll email you her
Okay.
information. Oh, Pamela.
Yeah,
Pamela. It's not going to be clowns.
It could
It's
be.
not going to be clowns.
Could be.
I think that
Or
Ephemera
somebody's
right now.
Clowns.
I know. Look at her little baby.
she's tired.
I think that
She wants a
Ephemera.
Go give her a bath.
Oh. Ephemera, like old. I've been doing pretty well with old primer readers, the ones from the 40s and 50s that just have that really neat graphics and illustrations on the inside.
Mhm.
Someone else? What did I saw? Oh yeah, Kathy. Brass. It is, I think, more along the lines of not figural brass, at least in my opinion, but more along the lines of, I won't say sculpture, but like candlesticks and very like boho, adding
Utilitarian.
boho accents.
Really?
Yeah, utilitarian. Right. I do.
Hi, Jocelyn.
Though I
There for a
did
while,
buy-
the figural brass was a big thing.
Yeah.
I did buy my first piece of brass on an Instagram live sale, nonetheless. But it was figural. But it was a crab. But I'm a Cancer, so I was like,
Oh, me too.
"Are
That
you?"
makes sense.
Yeah.
July 9th.
July 20th.
Oh my god, that's my husband's birthday.
Really?
Twins.
Oh,
Well,
did Jocelyn stop in? Where's she at? I don't
she's
see
here.
her. Oh, there she is. Hey,
Oh, there
girl.
she is.
Hey,
Hey, girl.
Jocelyn.
Hey.
Hey,
Yeah,
girl,
I don't think vintage Christmas will ever die.
Yeah, I don't
Right.
think so either.
Oh, I don't.
Vintage
Any
holiday.
vintage holiday. Yeah.
Right.
Vintage
Oh my
holiday.
God.
It is
I
I
good.
just bought some last night off of eBay for myself. For sure
Did
did.
you? Did you?
I picked
Mhm.
up. In fact, I'm probably, as much as I hate doing them, I'm probably going to have to do a haul video because I just picked up today at an online auction that I won. Oh my God, it was full of fantastic vintage Christmas stuff.
Oh,
Y'all
I
in
am
these
so
online
jealous.
auctions, I can't.
I know.
Everybody is obsessed with them.
I
I'm
have
just.
banned myself from the online auctions. I've banned myself because I was like,
it
this
got
is
that
ridiculous.
bad, huh?
Misty. Yes. I
Mhm.
won't even look.
Yeah, it can get a little out of
I
hand.
won't even look.
This one right here, too, obsessed. This woman right here, obsessed. Yes.
They're the best way to shop.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love them.
I've never done them. I did go on and check out High Bid a little bit,
Yeah.
but I'm very intimidated by the whole thing. Like,
Why?
well, first of all, I would have to have stuff shipped because I don't drive on the throughway at all. It's like it's a phobia I have. I can't do it. I will have a
anything
total
shipped, I don't buy
panic
it.
attack in the car. So everything would have to be shipped. So it's hard to find people that are willing to ship stuff. So
Yeah.
That is very true.
yeah.
Oh, Misty brought on a fire. Okay.
Well, no, this is a good topic to talk about, I think.
It is. It's fair.
I mean,
it's definitely.
It's fair. So, and I appreciate it. Thank you, Maisie, for
No, it's honor. Yeah.
posting it. That's what we're here. We're here to talk.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
So,
I will say in response to, I think the sniping has to stop because of the lag. Once a name is said, to have won that item, then that's it. So you have to understand both sides. We are stopping when we say a name, we're stopping. But then we have 82,000 people in the chat saying, no, we heard your voice after someone had put in a number. You
Right.
said stop after somebody had put in a number. So, my rule is once I said it, I'm done. But that's not necessarily how other people feel because so many people in the chat get super upset. Now, when you're on the other side of the camera and you say stop, you then understand, okay, yeah, no, they're doing that because it's a lag and I'm not seeing the same thing they're seeing. But so I think that's why some people continue to go because so many people in the chat get super upset about it. They really do.
well, I have said, and I think that everyone just kind of needs to understand is, and I'm going to continue to do this. If I really has said so and so gets it, I'm not going to say you know what I mean? I hate to go back and say sorry. I think that everyone kind of has to just understand that we're doing the best that we can, and
yeah. I mean, and Sam
we all make mistakes. We miss people.
She counts it down really slow. So, and that accounts for the lag,
Yeah, I think that's important.
Yeah.
You're breaking up a little bit on us, girl. Misty girl.
You frozen.
She's frozen like this.
You frozen.
That's Misty.
Okay, let's all be frozen. Ready? Okay, go.
Pam Blanchard will ask.
I'm going to get some more to drink. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. Misty girl, you real frozen, sister.
She's real frozen.
You like Anna at the end
Girl.
of Frozen 1. You a statue, girl. Oh.
She looks like a Stepford wife.
Circle of death.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, and she disappeared on us even.
Oh, come back.
It's magic.
Did she melt?
Sorry.
Oh,
where are you?
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Out of nowhere.
Did you not hear?
Girl, I don't know, but you're frozen again. The chair was empty, and then all of a sudden the Misty was in the chair.
You appeared like bewitched.
Yeah. We knew Misty was witchy. We knew it. We knew she had powers.
Oh my god, she's frozen again like this.
Oh no. That's not very attractive, is it? Oh no.
Poor Misty.
Oh, there she goes. Y'all, and I said I knew if I lit all these candles, the power would stay on. Guess what? I got all these candles lit, and the power has stayed on. But if I blow them out, it's going to go out.
Misty's got some bad juju going on in her house.
Honey Bunny, you're kind of...
My husband.
Well, that was an interesting conversation.
She just said deuces.
What is happening?
Technology. Okay, yes. I see your eyes.
I love technology.
But no,
You're here. You're moving.
Damn, girl.
You poor thing.
Hey, listen, it's hard work. I've been running all over the place.
You're doing great.
Did you run to the internet company?
listen, I think that we have one of those booster things, but I think it's dying a slow death. So I think we're going to have to get another one. So that's unfortunate. Everyone saying to type in stop needs to realize what else all is going on while we have a live sale. It's not always to be ready to type anything. That's the truth.
But then here, this is the thing. Go ahead.
Especially if you don't have a helper.
Right. Well, and I'm filming on my phone. I am standing. I can't type anything. So I can't do it. But I mean, I
The
think
only
that
reason
everyone
we can is because I'm here. It's there's two of us.
Right.
Right.
Well, I think too, part of the thing is
that we can.
That's right.
Do the best that we can. And everybody has to realize that, it's not as easy as it may look.
It really isn't.
To just, cut us a little bit of slack.
Nothing is ever done maliciously. We
No,
don't have.
no, not at all.
Oh, absolutely not.
No,
Never.
We try our best to be fair, and
truly.
So.
Can we
Absolutely.
then? Okay. What about this sniping thing? Because here's the thing. Because even if you type stop, then as we're doing the countdown, this is what I will say. Is I to avoid sniping, then what we can do is once we say stop and somebody put in a bigger bid, then whatever, we could defer. I don't know, because then again, it just creates another instance where then somebody else gets upset or other people get upset because they're like, well, I won that fair and square. And they did win it fair and square. We might not like it, but they won it fair and square. And then I say, well, do you want to outbid that person that just sniped you? And then at what point does that stop? Because it's like it's like a snowball effect. It starts off small at the top of the hill. But the next thing you know, you got an avalanche and you're just like,
well, when you're doing an offer up, this is like, it's an all-out war, basically. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
that's why they call it war.
Right. I mean, so you have to be prepared to battle.
Yeah.
That's it. And you have to be prepared to lose or win.
Yeah. That's exactly it, You have to be prepared to lose. Yeah.
Right.
In life,
And it's maddening. I mean, we have all lost at auctions before. It's not fun.
And thank God we ain't on camera when you lose. Just saying.
I will also say, Judy Joe.
I was just going to say that.
The thing is I don't know about you guys. Actually, yes, I do. I watch your sale all the time. But we count it down really slow. Like I even I'm gonna start counting down in 15 seconds, guys, and then I go once, I go twice, we're sold. Now, Judy Joe says, you gotta bid like you want it, kid.
Judy Reardon says that.
Bid like you want it. And I make her sound like a 40s mobster. You gotta bid like you want it, kid. But
I mean, if you're gonna, if it's that important to you,
don't wait.
You really want it, put in the price you're willing to pay for it.
I'm giving.
Could you imagine if Jocelyn did a live sale and she did an offer up? Could you imagine 2,000 people trying to bid on an item? I would not know. Forget.
She'd be like 5 hours.
Listen, I think that she should do I've told her that she could go on and do sell 10 things, not as an offer up, because that would be a little crazy. Just at a set price. I don't know, but
even doing that, it would just be like.
Listen, here's the thing.
Is there a slow motion button on here?
Right.
Listen, here's the thing. She don't need it. She don't need to. What she's doing is working great for her, and that's
right.
Well, and the thing is, truthfully, she runs the risk of something not going as high as it would go on eBay. On a live sale, because the audience is so much smaller. Now, by our standards, it would be catastrophically high for an audience. But for her, her stuff,
it's how she's built her
so
business
many
model.
people that I would worry about running the risk of something selling for less than it should sell for.
Can we all just agree that when Doug has the high bid, the count needs to go faster? Yes, we can. Doug,
Done.
when you have the high bid, we're counting. Going.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, done. Doug's got it.
Oh, hi,
Yeah,
Doug.
and that's the thing. Carol has a good point, and this is the thing. If I have been in an offer up and I've lost the item, and I've really wanted the item, you can go, as has been brought up during the sales. You can go to eBay and actually get it. Now,
Absolutely.
9 times out of 10, I would prefer to give my money to somebody that I want to support.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I lost it. And if I still want it, there's probably going to be another one. I'm telling you, like, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, come on, Dagny. You can help her ship them all. You can be there helping her, keeping track of the chat. Mhm.
Right? Oh, see, and Norma Jean brings up a good point too. Listen, you don't have to come on to buy anything. It's just it's
Never.
fun.
Right.
It's my favorite day of the week. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are my favorite days of the week. I mean, I do like my shipping day. Trust me, I do like. I'm weird and I like shipping.
You
But
are weird. There is something wrong with you, girl.
I-
Oh my God. No kidding.
I just like it. I don't know why.
Oh,
It's
no.
She
just
zones out.
I do. I zone out. That's what it
It's
is.
your
I do. I
hyper-focus.
do. It is my
There's
hyper
something
focus.
fundamentally wrong with you.
No, Mom,
I know.
you have your hyper focuses.
I don't care. That's
And-
just wrong.
and you
Nobody
feel
enjoys
better
shipping
when you do your
except Misty,
hyper-focus.
Louise, Pate. It's horrible. She's making the rest of us look bad.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, we're taking 7 weeks to ship one item.
We'd be like, when Misty gets it to us in a day.
We
right?
have people emailing us like 2 days later because,
Misty
you know,
can kiss my ass. You're going to get my thing in like 3 weeks.
we're going to have emails tomorrow. Hey, just making sure you still have our information.
Yeah.
You know, and we're like, hey, haven't even bought the shipping supplies yet. So
Listen, I set limitations of myself. I'm like, I ship on Thursday and I want to go shopping on Friday. If you don't get your, trust me, I have little pep talks with myself. I talk to myself and I'm like, Misty, you're not going shipping unless you get it, shopping unless you get all your shipping done. And I'm like, well, then we got to stay focused. Well, then we will put down your phone. And you know,
Yeah.
and listen, and I pretty up stuff. I'm not just throwing it in a box. But that's the part that I like. I like doing that part of it. It's just weird.
I do too. I enjoy that too, but it takes me about 3 months to do it. So, you know, sorry about that Christmas ornament you ordered. It's on its way today.
Well, but listen,
There's always next year.
Right.
it's the damn stickers. I swear
You know
to
what?
God.
Lever Joy, I think that's a lot of it. That's the way that my brain works. Completing the cycle is satisfying to
I
me.
do have to agree with that because I
It
will start packing my orders on Sunday morning, like around 8 o'clock, and I will stand at that table until I'm done. It could be 8 hours, it could be 9 hours. The only time I usually sit is just to eat lunch, and I'm right back up again because I just want it to be done so I can enjoy the rest of my week.
I hate looking at it. I cannot stand knowing that it's there. But yet, here we are.
I don't know. Last week we were so fast. It was the most glorious week we've ever had.
It is.
We were done on Tuesday and we were like, what do we do? What do we do with our hands? We're just done.
I need to today got all screwed up because I had to go down and pick up that auction stuff and I didn't sleep very much.
So you guys aren't getting your stuff shipped out till about Saturday. So
right.
Sorry.
So
Listen,
we'll talk in a
I
couple.
think well, my thing is, I think as long as during your sale you tell people, kind of give them a time frame of you know, be expecting an invoice from me within a week, you know.
Yeah.
And or you know, and I like to know that here I have it. Oh, now it's going away, and then I don't know. It is very much a cycle of completion.
It is.
I
It feels
just like
good.
seeing the pile like last week, because we did more items than we normally do, I had this mound of boxes. And when y'all take photos, one of my favorite things that like resellers will do is take pictures of like before they go out to the post office. So it's like their trunks are filled with packages, or Misty has her IKEA. I love seeing that.
those
And then to
bags.
see that like from my own, I love seeing the mountain of boxes. I'm just like, oh my God, this is so good. I love
You know
I
what
love
though,
that.
sometimes for me, when we after a sale and I get everything cleaned up and I get it all taken downstairs to where it, where I ship, where Sam ships, and then I look at it, it is like I almost freeze because it's so overwhelming because there's so much. And then I'm like, okay, well, everybody's just going to have to come and get it because
We're just going to throw things and hopefully you'll catch them.
I don't even know where
Schedule
to start.
pickup.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be
Well-
lovely? Then we would get to meet everyone.
Oh, that would be
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
Bonus.
My situation is a little bit different though, because I have space. Like
Yeah.
I have 2,500 square feet in my building that I can spread out, and it's not all like in my dining room, because this used to be my office, my dining room. And it's hard to do this out of your house. It really, really is. And then you think about you're doing haul videos. Haul videos are a hot mess, literally. And then you've got to put that stuff somewhere, and then you've got all your stuff that you've got to ship out, and it's all sitting there. So
That's why it's
it-
all in my
it-
car.
it's a lot easier for me to get it done because I don't have to move things 5 times. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
give yourself a little bit of
I'm
break.
all over the house. I'm like all over the house. I have
Yeah.
a room
Give
that's
yourself-
dedicated to my eBay stuff. Then I don't have room in there to pack stuff, so now I do that in the kitchen. And then I
It
have
takes over.
overflow in my bedroom. It's like, holy crap.
My entire house.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you. Bruce has about this much room in this house. I'm not joking. He gets about
It's
4
hard.
square feet to live.
Yeah, I don't
And
think
the
you want
rest
much
of it,
more.
today, I also have things hidden everywhere. Like
Yes.
the Hoosier cabinet. I have vintage picnic baskets everywhere.
I can count
I
about
have-
7 right now.
I can't tell you. I'll open a
And they're
picnic
filled.
basket. I'm like, oh my God, look at these treasures. I have this other thing down. I mean, just everywhere.
You're like, did I buy this?
I know,
Where
like,
is
what
this
the hell
from?
is this?
This is
There was
somebody
something hidden with the
else's.
Hoosier
Did they
cabinet the
give
other
it
day,
to
and
you by
she's like,
mistake?
Did I buy this or did you buy this? And
Mm.
neither of us thought we bought it. So I'm like, all right, I'll sell it.
Oh my God.
It's ours now.
I could
So,
not.
I mean, just give yourself some grace. You're doing the best that you can. If I was still doing it here, I wouldn't get my shipping done as quickly. I know that I wouldn't, because I'm here and I'm like, oh, I'll go do some laundry. Oh, I'll go clean my bathroom. Oh,
Yeah.
I'll go start dinner. But
Right.
now you should see my house, because nothing gets done because I'm never here.
Oh,
So
that, sister.
And that is part of the problem. The minute, if I've got Bruce sitting over there staring at me on the couch, like, and he doesn't.
It's
do
hungry
this.
o'clock.
Right.
right.
But he
It's
would,
time for second dinner.
you get that, oh, I gotta get up, make dinner, and then there's 2 hours wiped out of your day. And then I'm out of my rhythm, Oh,
Well, Michael knows, because I usually always message, Marco Polo him on my way home from the shop, and I'm like, I gotta go make dinner, because I'm leaving at 5 from the shop usually, and then I'm gotta come home and make dinner, and then I don't even eat it half the time. And I'm like,
I know.
can't you guys make your own food? Like,
yeah,
I'm
no
gonna
kidding.
have
Let's
cereal.
Have a cereal. Have a bowl of cereal.
We've had cereal night like 4 nights in a row last week.
It's great. I just
See,
want
I love
Amy's
cereal.
cheese enchiladas. That's what I live on. Amy's cheese enchiladas. They're great. They're
I
great.
would love to know how people, because to me, this is all consuming. I mean, this is,
Oh,
and I know, Misty, you've said this before. This is truly the hardest I have ever worked. And
Yep.
I just don't know how people, there's those people that,
Carol.
and I don't know if they're just like saying words, but if they'll say, I try to have a balance. I'm like, oh, BS. How are you having a balance? What?
You know what?
They're
If I was working still, like my full-time job, I don't know that I would be able to. Well, if I was still working a full-time job, I wouldn't have a sale every single Saturday.
Yeah.
But that is my only income now, are my sales.
Yeah, me too.
But I have to say that I worked much harder when I worked in the nursing home than doing this. I would much rather do this any day of the week.
Well,
yes. Absolutely.
Well,
Not to
that's
mention
fair.
the
I would,
mental, the
Me
mental part of it, working
Mhm.
around
Right.
dementia people all day, people with schizophrenia. It was a mind job too.
Mhm.
Yes.
So I
Absolutely.
would much rather do this any
Well,
day.
what I mean though is I love doing it too. I mean, truly, it is what I'm meant
I
to
am
do.
doing this and I hate it.
And I hate every second. No. But
So-
what I mean is, I am not somebody that, I will stay up all night and continue to work because I can't turn it off.
She
That's the
does.
problem.
She is Marco Polo'd me, and she's like, I've been up all goddamn night. I've been up all goddamn.
If you watch any of our sales, you've known that
Sorry,
we've done
I'm
about
sorry.
7
If
of
I
them.
offended anybody, I didn't mean to.
No
Don't
sleep.
hate me.
Need
Don't.
that 800 cups of coffee that you drink a day, though, Sarah.
Well, if something, you know what, it gets to a certain point time-wise, I'm like, oh, it's 4 a.m. What's the point now?
What do you mean? What is the point? You have no schedule.
So I just
She
Oh.
stresses me
Yeah.
out so
Oh,
much,
yeah.
and she is so going to a home when it's time.
You're coming to my home. I'm
And
not
Dee
going
is not going to be working there.
Oh,
Dee won't be
no.
working at that home either.
Come on, Mrs. Miller. It's time to go to your room.
Aw.
There's going to be a lot of singing.
No.
I'm going to be like,
Well,
my
I want to
mother.
bring up Christine or Christy. I always call you Christine, Christy, but you're Christy, not Christine. What are your
Side-
preferences as to what is and what is not acceptable to discuss in chat during? I don't know why I'm reading it. Y'all can read it. Why am I saying it out loud?
Because you're a teacher.
That's right.
Well, yeah.
Educate them.
Well, here's one thing, Tammy. Amen. This is one thing that isn't a very nice thing to say during a sale. I bought that somewhere else. You can get that on eBay for so and so price. You can do it. That's not. Don't do that. That's a douchey thing to do. I'm just saying.
Tacky. It's just tacky.
Yeah, the bad tacky, not the
And
good
not the
tacky.
right
the bad.
kind. Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Another thing is, if I've said it once, I'll say it 20,000 times.
To Dee's point, I'm going to go get some more coffee.
If someone is, unless the channel person or people, unless they say share your link, don't share your link, please.
Stop for a second. When did she have her hair washed last?
Sunday.
What day is it?
Today's Monday.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go put her in the tub.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, so
She said never mind.
because this has nothing to do with us not wanting to promote your channels. Trust me, I'm happy to share every single link on the planet. However, if while we're doing a sale or even a chat, maybe this sounds super selfish, but I just kind of want to focus on that right now. And then when we say, okay, now's the time where you can put in your link or your garage sale or your favorite whatever the heck, now's the time to do that. And then you do it. And then you just do it. But it hurts my feelings a little bit when people put their link in the chat when I'm trying to do something. I try not to be very sensitive on YouTube. I'm a pretty cold hard bee, but it does hurt my feelings a little bit. So
Well, I think Kara
Yeah.
has. That's just it. That's the word is unprofessional, and I think maybe there's an what is it? Over familiarity can breed contempt, or in other words, you become too familiar with somebody and you kind of overstep, and you know, at the end of the day, these ladies are all people. They're on YouTube, but believe it or not, they really truly are people, and they really do have feelings. And when they're out trying to hustle in a good way, trying to pay their bills, feed their kids, they, you know, it detracts, because maybe those eyes then shift away from what it is that they're trying to do, which is to make that money to support their families, and those eyes shift away. You're literally you could potentially be taking money from their pockets, and I'm not saying that that's the intention, because I think that there's just a little bit of an over familiarity sometimes, and they think, well, yeah, Sam and Sarah don't mind, Misty wouldn't mind. It's not a question that they would mind, it's just the timing and the consideration of they're trying to make money. And if you're cool with it on your channel, and that, you know, that's
and some people are, you know, and
right,
that's okay too.
and that's cool. But you know, maybe reach out to that individual beforehand, or say, hey, would you mind? Is now the right time? Would you, you know, it's being professional. It's demonstrating a level of respect above and beyond them just being a YouTuber. You know, they're paying their bills, they're making a living, they're supporting families with it. So again, it's just about making sure that the eyes are where they need to be, and when they have the opportunity, they'll direct your eyes. I've seen every single person in this community do it. They'll redirect you to somebody else through no prompting or anything.
I usually will say, you know, if you want to promote your channel, someone's live sale, do it in the comments after the channel. Do it in the comments after the video is posted, because you're helping you out, you're helping me out, because I'm, you know, that engagement is great. And if you're promoting yourself during the live, you know, not more people are going to see it if you post it in the comments than, you know what I mean? They're gonna be able to find you a lot.
Oh God, did somebody actually say that?
People say that all the time at our sales, Michael. They'll say, or they used to. They don't do it a lot now because we've kind of had to shut it down a little bit. But like there have been a lot of people who've said, save money for my sale, or you know what, I'm having my sale at this time, or you know what, I'm gonna have that same thing almost at my sale on this day. And the thing is it feels like people are like
taking advantage,
and
they're
I don't
only coming
like to be too sensitive. Yes, I truly try to be very like objective and just try to see things from other people's side, but like that kind of sucks. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, no.
Look at this comment, Michael.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that, not live, but doing that. You know, and this is what I'm going to say though too, is that, and Misty knows, and Jocelyn knows, and Michelle all know, yes, Michael was out filming for a video. This is a job. This is not easy. This is like, oh my God, like the music, the people, the noises, literally trying to hold a camera while you're talking, and like somehow shopping, and because you're literally looking, you end up looking through a screen and you're not seeing it. It's insane.
It's a real
work. It's practice. It is a tremendous amount of effort, let alone then going on eBay, taking the pictures, going on a live sale, dealing with everything that's going on in the live sale. Like, it's insane. This is legit. It's super fun, but at the same time, oh no.
Well,
no.
and
it's
also
not stopping.
Do it.
There's pressure, because then you're like, I've got to find items because I've got a sale coming up. And you're like, oh, yeah. I'm not finding anything. I don't have the time to find it. It's insane.
Well,
It's
and then you come, then you post a video, and then you welcome on the comments. The comments like, you're too rough with the things. You need to treat things with respect. And honestly, a lot of that is people just don't realize that the microphone. I'm getting used to this camera. I love it. I'm glad I made the switch to the camera instead of my phone. I didn't think that I would like it, but I do like it, and it's very sensitive. And so you all should know that we're not just tossing stuff around. Come on.
Right.
We respect this stuff. We are not going to just toss it around. And then you get comments, oh, you're making me sick. Well, if you were with me, I probably would still make you sick because I literally am everywhere.
see, that's
So,
like I'll be throwing this stuff on the ground, y'all. Steady. Sometimes I'm close to it, being like, I can't. Rough.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
used to have people say that you know, so what if it has a chip? That doesn't mean you have to throw it back on the shelf, and
Sure, it does.
you're slamming stuff on the shelf, and you don't understand that it seems that way because the microphone is like right there. So any little ding, it's like magnified. And I got so sick of hearing comments like that I almost was gonna not do shop-alongs because it was getting to be ridiculous.
That's why I do voiceovers, because those mics on the cameras and phones pick up everything. So the entire time, especially behind a mask, I'm like this. Like I'm about to have a GD heart attack. I'm like, great. People are gonna think I'm like 2-ton Terry and I'm gonna fall down.
Concern for your health.
I have had people concerned for my health and told me that I look a little puffy.
There's worse.
Or you need a shower. Or you need a shower.
There was the period of time where they asked if we ever shower.
Right.
To which I replied, hashtag no showers for life.
No, we don't.
Still sticking
For
with
life.
that. Haven't had a shower since. So
just a lot of dry shampoo.
Listen, we don't have time for showers.
That's right.
You know.
No.
Do you get
knows how I feel
recognized for
about a
being?
shower.
Oh, we've had it's so funny. We just had this discussion.
I know.
We just had this discussion last time. So funny how weird things work. Do you get recognized? Do you ever get recognized when you're out thrifting or at the antique malls?
Yeah, when I was volunteering at Holy Trinity, I met 3 subscribers there.
Oh, fun.
All of a sudden they're like, is that you? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, how do you know
Yes,
me?
it is.
You're like,
YouTube. I'm like, oh. But yeah, I've met people at Holy Trinity, at estate sales, at the Goodwill. So yeah. And it's really fun. And usually I'll take a picture with them so that I can keep it. Yeah, it's fun.
What about you, girl, Sarah, Sam? Have you been recognized?
I was recognized once at a garage sale over the summer, and that was it.
One time I was at Doug Grimes kills me. I was at
I know.
We had just he lives in our area. So he comes over all the time and gets his stuff. And but he had just started like coming to our sales. And he said that he either emailed me or something and said, were you just at the Animal Lifeline thrift store? And I said, yeah. And I said, he's like, yeah, I thought that was his. I said, why didn't you say anything? He's like, oh, I was the, he was busy.
The tall, sweaty guy.
He was the tall, sweaty guy with the swarm of flies following behind him.
Well, we need to hit up Tammy DeBay. She's in Omaha. Mom's in Omaha like once a
Oh, I got Omaha. I was just over in Omaha. As a matter of fact, I took something to an eBay buyer.
What about you, Michael? Have you been noticed?
I actually was while I was at work. So that was a little, I was like, hey, do people recognize you a lot? And I was like, excuse me? Like, it was so random. Pardon me? From where exactly? Well, the pretty dance lady, and I was like, oh, okay. Oh God, have the skeletons finally come out of the closet? Oh, gross.
It usually will happen to me when I'm least expecting it. Like I'm just like because I'm in my zone. I'm just like walking around, not paying attention to anything other than what I'm focused on. And someone will say, "Hi, Misty," and I'm just like, and then I have that moment of, how do they know my name? And I'm like, hi. Then I'm like, oh yeah, I forget. And I'm even filming, and I'm like, right. So it's very weird. It's very weird, but it's fun. And you know what my favorite one? I don't know if Jeffrey's watching, but my favorite time. Let me just tell you, we were at the antique mall, and Jeffrey and I, the lady at the cashier says, "Oh, you're that thrift." No one can say my name right. Thrifter, vintage junker girl. Yeah, that's me. And she was talking about my videos, and I said, "Well," and Jeffrey's with me, and she was like, "Uh-huh." I'm like, "Jeffrey, what vintage?" She's like, "Okay."
Hi, Jeffrey.
Darn.
And I just feel like I can see Jeffrey's face. Like,
listen, I love him to death, but that was fun. That was fun.
I want that to happen to Jeffrey and I when we go out. I would almost pay somebody, some random person, and say, "Listen, just come up to us and say, oh my God,
you should have
you."
You should have Doug do it. Doug can do it.
That would be great.
Jeffrey would die.
A guy walking up to you with flies and smelling, saying, "Hey, aren't you Sarah from Thrift? You?"
Right. And who's your nice little friend?
He'd be like, I don't know them.
is that your son? Is that your little son?
Is that your little son?
Oh my God.
Doug says he's on it. He's on it. Doug's on
Excellent.
it.
Cool. I love Jeffrey.
Now I'm going to try to be done. We're going to be done here in about 10 minutes. Okay. We're going to do 10 more minutes because, Misty goes to bed at 10 o'clock.
Sure.
But you lose track of time. It's so much fun. Michael.
She don't go to bed at 10 o'clock.
I go lay in bed at 10 o'clock is what I should
She's
say.
a Marco Poloing.
Because I'm laying in bed, I'm answering emails, I'm reading emails, I'm still working as I'm laying in bed.
That's true.
It's your horizontal work time.
It is.
Make her sound like a sex worker.
I was getting. That's what I was getting ready to say. Well.
Hey, get that money, however you get that money.
All right. It's an honest living.
Do any of you get live? Do any of you get live sale anxiety, worried your stuff won't sell?
Oh, I do every week.
Every single item.
Every week.
Yeah, I have to say I get a little anxious when I'm trying to pick things, Mm-hmm. And then I'm like second guessing myself and I don't know about this and yeah.
Yeah. Well, and particularly when it's all you do for a living. Right. Like I was just, and Dee, you know this. Misty, it's been a bit since you've, quit teaching, but it hasn't been that long since Dee quit her job. So kind of like me. So it's like, oh, sweet Jesus. What if we have to go to the soup kitchen this month?
Yeah.
You know that feeling. You're like, okay, this has to sell. I mean,
yeah, I
don't care what I have to do. This has to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have it every week, every single week.
Here's the thing. I think, yeah, Mark is not a fan of Marco Polo. Let me tell you.
Except when she's talking to me, of course.
Right. Unless it's Michael.
Does he want me to add him?
Right. Oh no, he doesn't even use it. He doesn't use it. the thing I want to say though, if you are having a live sale and something doesn't sell, move on. And here's the other thing. And don't be like, anybody?
No, don't
Anybody?
do that.
Don't do that. And sometimes, now there have been times when you've priced something and it doesn't, and nobody wants it at first, and then you're thinking, well, maybe I priced it. Maybe I was thinking a little too aggressive with my price.
Right.
And if you're having that gut feeling, it's okay to lower the price. But I am not going to lower the price of something that I've asked for at the end of my sale for a couple of reasons. One is because sometimes people will wait for you to do that and they won't buy it the first go around.
Right.
And two, I'll sell it another time. It's just that buyer just wasn't there.
Yeah.
The person that was going to buy that piece just wasn't at my sale today. And then you put
Right.
it on a shelf, and then, you sell it another time.
Sure.
Or in a picnic basket.
Sure.
That's right.
And I
Pat says he just
that is one thing.
Pat says he just smashes the stuff that doesn't sell.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh,
I don't
you
have
don't
a
want this?
question when I
We're going to
price
throw it
it.
in the garbage.
Yes.
Just throw it in the garbage.
You think I'm aggressive at Goodwill? Oh.
My whole thing about it is that mine comes from I just am learning and I'm new to it all. So like I don't want to look super stupid and try to sell you this bottle of Diet Mountain Dew for $20 when really it's worth $2.
Right.
And then everybody's like, "Oh, Sam, you're so special. You're such a nice girl. What a sweet girl that Sam is." Oh, yeah.
She's like an angel. Her mother sings like an angel, and she's got the spirit of an angel.
And then there's that poor Sam just learning her way through life.
Hey, we all have to learn.
Man.
Absolutely,
I
Dee.
learned a lot from watching other YouTubers.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, like really. I mean, it's
Absolutely.
from
Every day.
all of my friends in YouTube land, my subscribers.
Absolutely.
I learn immensely through them.
I have learned so much from subscribers.
Yes.
So much. I think they pity me and they're like, "Hey, you dum-dum, this is what this actually is."
Listen,
No.
idiot bird.
Listen, rewind. If I'm seeing something and I'm like, I don't know what this is, but you guys know what it is. Oh my gosh, you just saved me 2 hours of my time searching what it is. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So
I love it when people say,
absolutely.
I'll always say, if anybody knows anything about this item, leave it in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Marco Polo is a chatting app. It's not a swimming game.
No.
I mean, it's
Well,
both. It's a dual purpose.
A little bit of
Right.
swimming, a little bit of chatting.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, hi,
Misty
Virginia.
and I
Yeah, Virginia's our other cheerleader.
Misty and I
Virginia.
only Marco Polo when we're swimming.
Yeah.
So if I need to talk
That's
to
it.
Misty, I do have to hop in a pool.
Yeah.
And then
Yep. Listen, this is how bad it is on Marco Polo. I'm like, Jeffrey and Michael and I have been in the bathtub and I am chatting with Michael and with Jeffrey.
Sure, girl. Get it.
And we're like, they can just see my eyes. But I got stuff
And
to
meanwhile,
say.
and I'm just like, I'm glad you're relaxing. Like, that's what friends are for. Who cares?
Well, right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jeffrey and I'll have full blown conversations while we're both in the bathtub. He'll Marco Polo me, and he's in the bath, and I'm like, that sounds kind of nice. I think I'm gonna go take a bath. But we haven't been able to take baths lately because of the poop hole issue.
Oh, damn.
So we have to conserve our water.
Too much gray.
And what I mean by that is,
D.
we have to replace our septic system, D. You know, things just come out of my mouth sometimes before I think.
Poor D and her face. What?
Listen, we have to replace our septic system. So that means we have to conserve our water. Otherwise, because they can't start on it till spring. So we have to have our septic.
I think Dee thought you had like a colon situation. situation.
I really wasn't quite sure what the heck
Not
was
this
going
week. Not this week.
Sorry. Dee was concerned for your health.
Oh, well, you know, everything's coming out just fine this week. How do you all deal with the request from people who want you to promote their channels?
I'm happy to do it.
That's absolutely.
It's just
I'm happy to do it.
after my thing, you know, after I'm done
Right.
working. Let me work, and then I'm happy to do it.
Yeah.
I just do shout outs.
And don't
I
ask-
try to do
and-
shout outs for people that I know are new, that are newer YouTubers, and because I know I appreciated that when I started out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just try to pay it forward.
Dee did that for us.
But the-
you know,
She did. So
we
the
didn't ask
the
you guys
issue-
to do it, but you just did it.
Where the issue is sometimes is when people ask you to
Yes,
do it.
yes.
That's the difference.
Right.
I
That's
agree
the
with that.
difference. Now, you have to promote yourself. You have to, and it's tough. It is tough. But the best thing for YouTube is just consistency. Post your videos around the same time. You don't have to post one every single day. You can post one twice a week if you want to. You post one once a week if you want to. I think just starting out, you need to post a lot and make sure that they're not. Make sure that they're entertaining. You know, you can talk about poop holes.
Right. You know, you can talk about Missy's colorectal issues,
Sure.
whatever. But also, now see, there's an
Thank
element
you.
of when we are asked to promote something. If
Say
we
Doug
haven't-
Grimes wanted us to promote
well,
his
if we
channel.
haven't seen that, you know, it's hard to promote something that you haven't seen or you're
Right.
not. So you have like now. Let's say,
Sorry, guys.
let's say Doug texted me and said, "Hey, go watch this." Okay, this is a perfect example. Missy, I forget the name of her
Jump
channel.
to be loved.
Junk to be loved. She lives down in
Yes.
Knoxville, which is about 40 minutes from us. And he said, "Oh yeah, I really go watch her channel. I think you'll like it." Doug didn't ask us to promote that channel. He just said, "Go go check her out. I
You
I
might
like
like it."
her." And so then consequently, that's where your personality comes in. If you've got videos and stuff that we like, content that we like, then we're naturally going to promote you. You know, like it's easy to promote Christy Garza because she's so engaging. There's people that are super easy to promote, but and I'm speaking really more for Sam because I don't promote anything because I don't do any of this. The magic all happens behind the scenes. But
I am Harry Potter.
Mhm.
Mom is Dudley Dursley.
I'm Professor McGonagall.
Are you?
So
She knows magic.
And I'm Hagrid.
Oh my god, I'm also Hagrid, and I have a whole theory on that, but that will be a later video.
I think it's unreasonable to ask people to promote things blindly if we haven't seen it
Yes.
or we haven't, now this sounds bitchy.
Now,
I don't
you're
think it
being
does.
nice. It's not being. No, it's not because we were, I think, having this same conversation, but it's just weird to me that people somehow don't approach social media the way that they would in real life. If I
Right.
don't know you and I haven't socialized with you, I'm not going to walk up to you and forget about saying hello or getting to know you at all and just say, here's my business card. It's so like off-putting to me. I think a lot of people do it simply because they don't want to have a poor image portrayed of them. But I don't think that it's negative that if I don't know you, how can I promote you? Because I don't know what you're about. And I think the story you shared earlier is the perfect example. You promoted somebody because you were like, you liked it.
Yes.
And you wanted to share that experience with other people. That's promotion.
Yeah.
But
If you want to be promoted, then do something that's promotable. Don't just say, "Will you promote me?" Well, you kind of got to prove yourself a little bit. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but you know what I mean?
I do. So I think the thing that really always hits us is that, and not everybody is the same, but Mom and I, when we started this, we wanted to make sure that we never asked people to promote us. We never said, Misty, will you please share our channel? Dee, will you please share our channel? Instead, the first person I ever talked to was Dee, because I watched her video, I adored her, and I said, we love you. And I'm just glad that, we're thinking about starting our own channel. That we love you.
Mm-hmm.
And then we showed up and we started a relationship with Dee, and it was genuine. And then Dee mentioned us, and I was like crying because I was just honored. But like, that's just, you have to do not make relationships just so someone will promote you.
Right.
Make relationships because you want to be a part of a community. It's the same thing with anything you do. God forbid you want to go be part of the PTA moms. You're not making relationships so that you can be queen bee of the PTA moms. You're making relationships because your husband's a pain in the ass and you want something to do. It's genuine. It's not because you want something.
Yeah.
You have an ulterior motive.
Yeah.
Right. And I will tell you, that is very transparent. I mean, it's very transparent.
Yeah. This is a good point, Nakoma. This is very good. You have to build relationships. You need to be engaged in the community, subscribe to others, hit the like button, engage in chats. That's a really important thing. Like you guys that are here right now, you're engaging, and like we get, like we see Tippy Winks, and we're like, oh, hey, Tippy Winks. We see Sean. Oh, John. Because we see you often, so that's a good way to you're promoting yourself. That whole TikTok thing, film your dog interrupting you when they're not interrupting you, but it's like you're promoting yourself by not promoting yourself. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, Zena, make yourself known in the comments. Yeah. Absolutely. Sure. This community is great, and we're all about sharing and helping each other grow. There's just kind of a nice way to do it and a in your face way to do it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you don't want to be somebody who is handed everything. Work for what you have.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
we want everyone to be successful.
There are people who want everything handed to them, though.
Yeah.
I think that's just the truth. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to be nasty. It is what it is. I mean, But sadly, there just simply are people who don't want to put in the work, who just think that the work is saying, oh, well, can you promote my channel? I mean, okay, no.
I have a perfect example. Katie Blaylock. Vintage
Angel.
Vinyl Katie.
She's the worst.
Angel.
Just kidding. I'm kidding.
Katie sucks at life. I'm teasing. Katie has been on this for a very long time. Mm-hmm. Katie helps out all the resellers. She goes in and she helps with sales and offer ups, and she promotes other channels. Katie didn't just jump in and start selling things. Now Katie has developed relationships with all of us and has started having live sales. Mm-hmm. That's how you do it. If you want to model yourself after anybody, follow Katie, Vintage and Vinyl, watch her
Vintage
videos.
And Vinyl.
And I don't think there was any ulterior motive.
No.
Katie started
out.
Likes vintage stuff. Loves vintage stuff, and she loves music, and she watched us and then decided several months later that she was going to start having some sales. Mm-hmm. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
I have to make a comment too, because this kind of hits a little nerve with me, is when I mean, I don't mind helping anybody. Okay.
Right. Exactly.
But when you have a new channel that only wants to know you because you might be able to get them more subscribers,
right?
Where they want, all of a sudden they're contacting you because they want to do a live sale with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why they're doing it.
It's a little hurtful.
Yeah, it really is. And
It is.
I have to say that turns me like right off.
Right.
So
You know?
direct example, we were gonna do a live chat with Jocelyn, Crazy Lamp Lady, and then she had a chat with Misty, and we were like, okay, we can't do that now because it was really good. And so, but the whole thing before that, we were gonna do something different anyway. It was disorganized, but the point was before that, I was like, I told Misty, I was like, I don't want to reach out to her and have her think that like I only want to be friends with her because I want her to chat with us. Like,
well, we had a thing. We had Misty on first, and then we had Alex, and then we had Jeffrey and Barb, and then we were going to have Jocelyn. And it was completely about, wasn't like this, not like just like free, you know. I mean, I wanted it to be pretty focused on reselling, and but Jocelyn had done a chat with what was that one gal?
oh,
The one you were on, Misty.
the nurse flipper.
Yeah.
Nurse.
Yeah, the nurse.
And then you guys had your chat, and then I'm like, okay, see, then that's overkill for us. So now we'll just we'll restructure and we'll have Jocelyn on. But it wasn't ever intended for us to get Jocelyn subscribers.
We were nervous that people would think that.
And we were happy to cancel that with her because it's.
But is anybody ever sick of seeing Jocelyn? I know I'm not. I think that they would be fine.
I mean, I'm a little sick of her, you know.
I'm personally enjoying seeing Jocelyn outside of Crazy Lamp Lady.
See, I am.
She knows that.
I am too.
But she knows that.
But see, that was our hook with Jocelyn, was that, at least in my mind, was she's so private. You know, you just don't see her really in kind of a social, you know, having fun sort of way. And then that damnable Misty had her on. I'm like,
had a really fun chat with her. She just said, "I'm ready when you are."
Oh, bless her heart. No, don't be.
We were watching your chat, and Mom called me right as I was going to call her, and we were like, "Okay,
well, we've been duped.
We're gonna have to rework. We're gonna have to rework that."
Well, we got a whole new plan. We got a whole new plan for Jocelyn.
Listen, all I want to say to Laura's comment is, "Girl." That's all I'm going to say about that.
I mean, you don't want somebody. See, now I feel like I don't. If I can't curse and drag people through the mud, I don't want to do no YouTube channel. That's
right. Right.
Yeah, I think we really toe the line of what YouTube allows us. We're
We're walking that edge.
Yeah.
Thank you, Doug. I mean, your comment's a little disturbing, but I kind of like it.
For Misty.
YouTube is probably looking at this like, oh no,
oh, Misty's got medical.
She's doing some horizontal work.
Hi, Barb.
And hi, Barbara.
She's
Barbie.
Yes, I love her.
Collection Vintage.
Everybody.
Here.
Oh,
yeah,
yes, it's
Erin. Hi, Erin.
Oh, and RV. This is
RV.
The group sales. Those are great too. We really have a lot of fun doing them, and so they're a great way. And then me doing this. Now, listen, we're gonna start wrapping it up. I know it's I don't want to leave either, but we all have to go to bed and start all this again. But I'm looking forward every Monday. I'm going to be doing these, and Michael and I will be doing these, and we'll have different people on every week. These girls will be on again another time soon, but I am going to start. I mean, I'm going to have some people that a lot of you have heard of, and some that maybe you haven't heard of. So just be looking for that, but make sure that whomever is on here, that you are subscribing to their channels. We've talked about this. You know that these people work so hard, and YouTube is a part of that as well. So make sure that you're subscribed to Thrift You, and they are just as much fun as we've had tonight. They're hilarious. And Dee, gosh, I can't tell you. I see one of her videos come on, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah, I know. Oh,
Dee, I feel like Dee's right there with me every day as I'm working. Just right there, you know. So make sure, and I mean, Michael, the Cult of Vintage might be coming on YouTube soon. But you
Sooner
didn't hear
than
that
later.
from me.
Good for you.
I'm so excited
Right.
about that.
I am too, because you've got good
Yeah.
stuff.
See,
Michael, we
y'all
need to-
gonna be like, oh, he's so sweet, he's so nice, and then you're gonna be like,
Oh God, hate him.
You don't want him too nice.
oh,
Love him.
Oh boy,
No
Listen.
way. No
wrong
way.
about that one.
Is
we need to do a little assemblage sale.
Michael
you
is
and I.
on one of the most battle of the assemblages.
Let me tell you what,
It got quiet.
I was having a battle last night with the assembly. I was too tired and I was trying to make one and it wasn't happening. And I was ready to just throw things against the wall. Like, no, ma'am. No.
Michael,
Yeah.
I was like, just put it away, put it away, put it away.
there's this damnable Easter basket that I sold last night. I bet I tore that stupid thing apart 10 times. I get it about done. I'm like, well, okay, I hate that. Nope.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, nope. And then all of a sudden you're
I
like,
don't do-
this is the worst piece of crap I ever made.
Yeah.
What was I thinking?
Well, I'll be lucky if I get $20 for this.
Well, you know, we're our own worst critics too, and that's like, you know, that's
Yes.
terrible when you criticize
I
yourself
don't-
so bad.
I don't do the crafting. Dee does the
Dee's
crafting.
really arty too.
You all do the crafting. I don't do the
I love
crafting.
And
But
Love it.
thank you guys so
Me
much
too.
for watching. And look, you can get a Vintage Rescue Squad
mine's on the way.
shirt
I
here
need to- I
immediately.
Mine
to get one.
too.
And I've just ordered decals, so you can, the stickers. So those are on their way too. And I wanted to say really quick for all of my fellow resellers that are looking for some merch. As soon as Emma has 2 more months left of school, and she is a marketing major and all that kind of stuff, and she's very talented. She designed this. She designs all of my logos. She's looking
is
for.
talented.
She's looking for some people. She's going to have a limited amount because she's also doing an internship that she wants to start designing merch for. So we'll let you know when that happens. But
Freelance.
but yeah, freelance. Yeah, she's really good. She's really good at it. So
Good for
thank
her.
you guys so much. Make sure tomorrow at 1:00 on my channel is Michael and I and Michelle are having a group sale. It's going to be exciting. And then my sale's on Wednesday at 1:00. So I hope that you can come to that and hang out with us. And thank you so much, Joni or Joanne. Sorry, I said your name wrong. Sorry.
You know.
For the
Karen.
I like you. You're fancy, Joanne. Fancy
She's a
for the
lady.
powder room. She's a
Mhm.
lady.
Oh,
Whoa,
wow.
whoa, whoa. Sing it.
Well, it sounds
Sing it,
much
Sarah.
better than poop hole.
What am I singing?
She's a lady.
She's a lady.
Who's that? Tom Jones? Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all. This was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank you,
Bye, guys.
And
Misty.
as always,
Everybody have a
let's
great
all stay
night.
together. Don't forget to like,
Like,
Comment.
share,
Share.
share.
comment, and subscribe.
Subscribe.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye,
Good
everybody.
night.